Bye.
And welcome in, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's well. Hey Ghostworm. Hey Chatty. How you doing? How's everybody tonight? Hope everyone's well. We're back. We actually got a full complement of party. Everyone's here. Woo!
Well,
Such
we're
excitement.
pretending to be here.
Present.
So there we go. There's the energy I was hoping for. Joined by our ever gracious and hopefully not killing us DM Sab.
Me killing people? Come on. It's been, what, 9 episodes now? I haven't killed anybody.
9 plus previous campaign 5. Yeah, actually, we're doing okay.
Then again, this is about the time I killed Nelda's character, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, foreshadowing.
Thirst for blood increases.
And then
Every
it was only a
episode
couple of
you
episodes
don't.
after that.
Every episode you don't feed the blood. God, he just gets angry. Joined again by our good friend and moderator of the channel as
Hey guys.
the amazing Mr. Average Gamer Wes, who's peace signing us. He's twitch.tv/Average Gamer Wes. We're joined by the amazing Shady HD. Twitch.tv/Shady HD.
Hello.
But we're joined by Pred.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch, he doesn't stream, so... But actually, I wonder how many followers he'd give Pred if we just, like, plugged his channel every time we streamed. Yeah, go follow Pred on twitch.tv/AMPredator.
Waiting to be called amazing. Everyone else was amazing. Come on.
Well, I called you amazing last week and you got up me, so I'm now not calling you amazing.
No game. Check them out. They're playing no game.
No game.
What a game.
We don't know much about them, but we're sure AM Predator is great.
Yeah, he's alright.
I think the good default Twitch thing.
Some would say amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Thanks, Woots.
And by the awesome...
Already gone up by-
Wait. Before we move on, you know what else is amazing?
certain dice boxes you can get.
I was going to say ODSTs, but yes.
Certain dice boxes you get from Wooten Forge Gaming, which we happen to have the person who makes the dice boxes right here, Mr. Woots. Woots, tell us about your amazing dice boxes.
Yeah, we make dice boxes and things.
Make pens too.
Oh yeah, pens.
Yeah,
I don't have one on me, but I'll get one after the break.
Oh, look at that.
There's a thing we made.
I don't exist, apparently. Damn.
Yeah. Check us out.
Unless you've got a time machine.
Yeah.
So sad.
So yeah, we're all here. The full party's here. That link should work. If you put the ad in and it doesn't, I don't think the link works as...
Oh, I have 4 followers.
No, you don't.
It says right here, 4 followers.
Refresh your page, dude.
5 followers.
Oh.
Watching history right in front of me.
Yeah,
Come on.
crazy. 7. I'm just gonna keep refreshing. Oh no! Come on, everybody! I want more followers.
Just
this has turned into a get friend followed us stream.
Refresh 8. Yes.
why is my economic growth stalled? I don't understand.
Yeah. Come on.
There's a $500. But
What's
wait,
my schedule like?
wait,
Nothing. Apparently, I streamed last year.
did you?
No.
Really? What?
That's what the schedule says.
Yep. And Pred last streamed last year.
I streamed last year.
But there's no-
Interesting.
Anyone chat to me? No. Oh, look, I got the little streamer chat box. Man, this is a whole new world. Okay, anyway. Whatever. Back to D&D.
Steering the ship back on course. So as we should do a recap of last week, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you want to run through that, Crush? Because I was not paying attention running it.
Okay, I guess I'll do the recap this week. So we arrive. Need to turn that down a touch. So we arrived in the town of El Terrell, or the city of El Terrell. Most of the party, minus Vistok, who had stayed behind drunk and recovering from a hangover, taking a little longer to come from Greatest. We entered the town, talked to some guards, found a decent tavern for us to pull home for a little bit, pay for some rooms. Shortly after, Visok arrived in town and met us at the inn. Rhapsody had was it a hooded figure? A hooded figure
so.
talk with her, and she left for the evening to talk with the hooded figure.
Nondescript entity conversed with Rhapsody, and then they left.
Yeah. And then Brung had a mission from the goddess that his people needed me, and he left.
Was he wearing dark sunglasses? Was it night? Oh god, you're so young, Crusher. No, that's alright. As
I get the
understood.
reference, come on.
That's all I care about. As understands me.
So yeah, we sat at the tavern for a bit. Then when we left the tavern, we found out the city's in basically eternal daylight due to the second sun, whatever we want to call it, that's above the city. We then split the party, with Visok going to the Guild of the... I had that one written down in my notes. I haven't got my notes open. I'm bad. Any help? Any help? Order of the Gauntlet. To find someone for armor. Which he ran into Leosin there, and that's where we left off with Visok for the night. And Ilandir, Scratch, and Vernon went searching around the town, looking for the shadier side of town, the underworld, the underbelly, and not much luck. Ended up back at the tavern, drank the rest of the night away while showing off what we could do and having a bit of a discussion of what abilities we have and what orders we can give Scratch in a default stance. And I think that's pretty much caught us up.
You missed the gambling.
Oh, the gambling. Yes, Scratch won us bet 12 gold. That Scratch has. Scratch still has.
That's right, he tried to raise it. He went from betting a gold to fucking betting 100
2
gold.
gold to a
Oh, yep,
100.
I remember watching that one before I disappeared for the night.
So glorious.
No takers.
Yeah, in a town where they were probably, very cheap workers. Yeah.
Alright, well, yeah. I think that's it.
Good job, Crusher.
Don't think I missed too
well
much.
done, Josh. Well done, mate.
Better than what I remember, so.
Yeah, same.
Even though I was running it, I phased out for the last 45 minutes. I don't know what you talked about.
Well,
So, yeah, that's how well I went last Friday. So
well,
I'm like,
Talked
he's-
about most of our games.
all
Oh.
the things. Sab, we talked about all the things.
I'm like, you don't need a PC here. I can just sort of phase along and I'll jump in if I need
Yeah,
to.
you didn't even need to sell us beer because Scratch kept stealing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
We
because you
get to
tested
make the Scratch
invisibility.
disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your invisibility now.
Okay. So we'll catch up with Grung to start off with.
Grung is back.
Yep. I had no idea what happened last week. Last week we were missing so many people. I just didn't want to keep track, and it was a filler episode. It was you getting to know your characters better. So, which I don't need.
Oh my god! Did we just do an anime filler episode?
Yep.
Are we officially anime?
We did a filler episode.
Oh my god! Where's
We
one
need an
serious
episode
right
where,
now?
like, we fight like an alternate version of ourselves, like an evil version.
Oh,
And then just a robot version just come out of nowhere.
Either way, Grung, you split off from the party just after you entered the gate, which is the part that Crusher did get wrong. Grung split off before Rhapsody did.
It's still at the tavern though.
He never made it to the tavern.
Yeah, Grung never made it to the
No,
tavern
he never
either.
made it to the tavern. He split off just after you entered the city.
Okay, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Grung is always with you.
yeah. He is.
So, you have split off from the party and you are venturing through the city going towards the river area. Is anyone else getting feedback from Roots?
Nope.
No?
Okay.
From me?
Yeah, I'm hearing myself through your...
Yeah, I'm hearing it coming through.
if I talk, I can hear myself coming through you. That was all.
Weird. Let me look into that.
Yeah. It's just very weird. Anyway, you're making your way through the town, making your way towards the river area, whereabouts your goddess Saloon showed you a vision of where she wanted you to go.
Okay.
Hopefully that's better. That seems to have done it.
Yep.
So after about 20 minutes of traveling, you come across a river. The river is filled with barges. There's a lot of dock workers taking goods on off barges and sending them down the river. Most of the traffic seems to be going one way. And it's come back. And off to one of the sides of the river you see a temple. What do you want to do?
Grung would like to carefully approach the temple.
Okay. You carefully approach the temple. Roll an investigation check.
That is 14.
14. You see sitting above the doorway, which is a large, like a double doorway, of stone white marble, a symbol above the doorway, a pair of eyes with a main star surrounded by 6 others around the sides, the symbol of a saloon.
Oh, would I recognize the symbol?
Yes, you would.
Very cool. Is there a door?
The
or
door is
something
open.
like that?
Yeah.
Open. I will walk in.
You walk in, you see it's a modest-sized temple. There's a number of pews leading down to the front, and you see a figure kneeling in front of an altar down further.
I will say, hello. I'm waving. Hello.
You see this figure slowly stand up, and they're probably 6.5, 7 feet tall, and they slowly turn towards you. And it's a water Gensai.
Cool.
You see they slowly look towards you, but they don't quite see you.
I'll wave more vigorously and start hopping up and down. Hello.
You see him cock his head. I hear you, but I cannot see you.
Oh. Are you blind?
I am.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I'll come a bit closer to the Genasi.
As you get closer, you see he's like a royal blue color, his skin. He's wearing very fine materials that seem quite expensive and intricately made and maintained. You get the feeling this is somebody who's high up for a saloon here in the city.
Do you know the Moon Maiden?
That, yes, we do. She is an important figure here.
Oh, very good. For the first time, Grung is feeling a sense of familiarity with its surroundings, having not really known anything else aside from the symbol of its god.
Yep.
Who are you?
I am the High Priest. My name is now lost. I just serve the Moon Goddess.
It is nice to meet you now, Lost. My name is Grung.
Fuck, I love Grunt so much.
No, this is just Woot in general doing this, not just
Yeah.
Took my name of his fucking teacher in my other campaign and twisted it, didn't he? Mr. Tiddler. So.
I was Mr. Tinkler.
Yeah. Anyway. Did the Moon Goddess send you?
Yes, she did. She did. I was with a party of friends I met recently. She appeared to me and told me about a flower and to come this way. And that's all I know.
Indeed. I can help you figure out more if you wish.
Oh yes, please, Mr. Nalast. I would very much appreciate that.
Very well. Follow me. And he starts walking towards the back of behind the altar and to a door that's off to the side. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. Takes you through the back door, the backside door, and it seems to lead you through like a small waiting area, through a kitchen, into another area where you see a large statue of Saloon and what am I looking for? Sort of a dais on the floor with runic inscriptions on the floor.
I will bow to the statue and I will leave a little egg as an offering beside it.
Okay. The Jensa, he cocks his head curiously. He knows you've done something, but doesn't know what you've done. So,
Just paying my respects.
pretty good. Now, you wish to have greater clarity for what the Moon Goddess seeks of you?
Yes. I would also eventually like to find my way home.
Hopefully in
See,
time.
I've lost my tribe. My
That
original tribe, anyway.
then maybe this will help you see your way home. If you'll take your spot in the center of the circle in front of the goddess,
Okay.
and at this time you hear another side door open and two other figures walk in.
Is this going to kill me?
No. It will give you a vision of things to come. Or to help you find your way.
Okay.
He now takes his position directly in front of the moon goddess, and you see one stand at right angles, on the other edges of the dais to you, and they start chanting as you stand in the middle. How are you in the dais? You seated? You standing? You kneeling?
I'm standing, just looking around, not really knowing what's happening.
You may want to sit down or lay down for this.
Oh, okay. I will sit
then
down, cross-legged.
Okay. The chanting increases and builds, and you are slowly losing consciousness. Do you fight it or do you accept it?
Accept it. Oh, here we go again.
So, you, after a number of minutes, are pulled from your body, and your subconscious leaves you, and you're taken to a material plane, and you see before you the goddess.
I'm just speechless, just looking upon this being.
Welcome back.
Is it really you?
It is one of my forms, one of my places of residence. But it is enough of me for it to be me.
I am but one of your many devout servants, Moon Maiden.
Indeed. And you're one who has suffered much recently.
Yes.
You have questions?
Many questions.
Then I shall answer some. Ask.
What of my tribe? What happened after the Blue Bird attacked?
You see her look away and seems to gaze elsewhere. Your tribe is no more. Others came after the Blue Bird and destroyed what was left.
Oh no.
No one was left alive afterwards.
What do I do now?
travel with these companions of yours for a time, a new path is open to you if you wish to accept it. I can
Yes.
help guide you a path along the way, but you have to walk it.
I might not be able to help my own tribe, but maybe I can help them.
And they shall have great need of you in the times to come.
I'll do my best.
Was there anything else you wish to know?
Hmm. I can't think of anything right now. Can I send you a letter or something? No, it's stupid.
Maybe we could ask, what would be the general direction of home from where he is?
There's no point now.
Well, weren't you told at one point that you eventually will have to go back there?
What's the point?
That's up
Everyone's gone.
That's up to Grog now. Whether or not you want to continue trying to get the flowers and that.
Tell me where I find these flowers.
One of the flowers. It is a midnight royal blue. And is found near a giant city.
And what do I use it for?
You will see in time, but it will help you with a new clan when the time comes.
New clan, okay.
As for the other, that is outside your reach for the time being with these dragon threats. I would not worry of that one for now.
How do I call upon you again?
If you pray to me, and I am able, I will visit you in a vision. But I am not always able to reach out. There is many asking for my attention. But I will try to appear at some point to guide you when it is needed.
Okay.
Is that all?
That's all for now.
She reaches down and places one of her hands on your head. Be strong, Grom. Your original tribe may be gone, but those around you are stronger, and you will be better for it.
Yes.
Now,
They are my new tribe. I will help them.
yes. Now, go. Your friends are waiting for you at an inn.
Thank you.
Make your way to the Order of the Gauntlets area. You'll find them easy enough.
Okay.
And farewell. We shall speak again.
Goodbye. Thank you.
And you
Thank you for seeing me.
just see her laugh and you get pulled back to your body. And you awaken with a bit of a start. You see,
Well,
you hear there's just now the high priest in front of you. So
that was interesting.
it always is.
Tell me, do you know where I find the author of the Gauntlet? I think.
Yes, they're not far away. I can give you directions or send an acolyte with you to guide you if you wish.
Yes, please. Please take me there.
Very well. Did you get your answers?
In some ways, yes. Thank you for your help.
No worries. You see him wave his hand and an acolyte comes in and escorts you. You don't want to do anything else? Otherwise you're just going to take it straight to the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yep, that's fine.
After about a 20-25 minute walk, you end up in a dark, dingy, dark, gritty area. This is the Order of the Gauntlets area. They are smiths for this city mostly.
Smiths?
Blacksmiths, swordsmiths.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, do you know where you're going from here?
No.
I would try the tavern up ahead. But
That's a good idea. Visok loves to drink.
this will be where I have to leave you.
Thank you for
Be
your
well,
help.
and may the goddess watch over you.
And you also.
And he turns and walks away.
I will look for the tavern.
Roll a perception check.
Really? That is a 7.
A 7. It takes you a while. Apparently you're quite distracted in this area by this strange feeling of this gritty feeling under your feet. Just
I
the
don't like this place.
just the strangeness of it all. It's very foreign to you. You keep on getting distracted and trying to look into these other darkened glass windows to these other shops. But eventually you find the tavern.
Wonder if that's it.
You see out the front. Let me just... Why can I not think of the name of this tavern?
One we're in.
Nope.
Okay.
The one Visok's in.
Ah, righto. Another one we're in. I don't know where
was
Vizak
right.
went.
I thought it was called the Broken Antler or something.
Yeah.
That's one we're in.
The Two Antlers or something, I think it is.
Yeah, if only somebody was to take notes. Oh wait, that person wasn't there last week.
A pair of black antlers.
I took notes of where I was. I didn't take notes where everyone else was.
I take notes for everyone.
And it is very much appreciated.
Yes, exactly.
Takes better notes than the DM. Yeah, so you find a tavern that's got a pair sticking out the top. It's got a pair of black antlers with a plaque called Black Antlers.
Oh,
Actually, no, it's got 2 pairs of black antlers above the doorway. It's called a pair of black antlers.
okay. I will go in.
You hear from the outside. You hear music and revelry going on inside. So you get the rest of the inn.
Yes, Visok has to be in here.
You enter the inn, the tavern. At this stage, you don't see Visok in here, or
Okay.
anyone else you know, except Leosin.
Oliosin is there?
Mm-hmm.
Now go say hello.
I cannot for the life of me remember what voice I did for Leosin. It has
Hello.
been, yeah.
I think he's had several over the course of the series.
Oh, undoubtedly, they always do. They always will, because I do not remember.
Wasn't he a dwarf or something?
No, he is a
No.
elf.
Elf.
You're going to meet a dwarf, but that's beside the point. Ah, Grong, our friend. What are you doing here?
I've
Or
come
I
to
should
find
say-
everyone.
Why are you here by yourself?
I was sidetracked on a spiritual journey of sorts. Now I'm here, looking for our group.
Indeed. There's only you here at the moment. Do you know where the others by chance are?
No. Have you seen them?
Not yet. You're the first I've seen from the group.
Oh.
But if you wish, you can stay here, and I shall take a look around to see if I can find anyone else.
Okay. I'll stay here.
And Leosin walks out the door. So you're now in a tavern full of, well, strangers.
I walk up to the bar and order a drink.
Okay. You see
Oh,
behind the
I
bar
don't know
is
if I can reach the bar, but
you see behind the
Hello?
bar is a halfling.
all good.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I would like to buy a drink.
What sort of drink do you want?
Yes, a good one.
A good one.
Yes.
They're all good at a tavern.
I have gold.
I would hope so if you're ordering a drink.
I'll just pull out like a handful of gold and put it on the table. Will this buy a drink?
That
Is
would
that a bag of 100 gold?
that would buy you drinks for the next probably 2 days at your size.
I will have one drink, please.
He pushes most of it back to you, takes a little bit, and then puts a large tankard of ale in front of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I sit anywhere or what?
Any way you wish.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. And we'll leave you there for now. Rhapsody. Sorry, his was only what, 20 minutes there for Boots then?
Maybe that.
Maybe 25? Maybe
Yeah,
30?
probably closer.
Maybe 30? I don't know how long the intro stuff took today.
Intro took a while, so probably around that 20-25 minute mark.
There you go. Either way, I'm getting us all there slowly. Damn it.
It's almost as if it's hard to bring the party back together when they split this badly.
Yeah, who would have thought? God damn it, I gotta stop eating these. They're making me cough. Okay. Friggin' peanuts making my mouth go all dry and making me cough. So,
The peanuts.
so Rhapsody, you follow this hooded figure out of which inn was it for that one? The Broken Antler?
Antler. Yep.
Yeah. You follow this figure out of the Broken Antler. They beckon you to follow down a couple of streets and into what looks like a modestly expensive house off on one side. You're following?
Yes.
they beckon you inside. And you enter this house. It is fairly dark for how light this city actually is all the time. You see the windows are covered with thick curtains, and very little comes in from the sides. There's a number of candles lit around the room. You see the hooded figure reach up and pull back the hood, and you see a familiar sight to you. You see a male elf who you are familiar with from your time traveling with your troop. Let me just grab the name because I have got this somewhere already.
Good, because I didn't name any of them.
I know. Makes it easier and harder for me. Because I have to come up with names. I hate naming stuff.
Generators for that.
Sorry?
You can get generators for that.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
generator. I've used so many of them that I have documents with just some NPCs already filled out. So.
Mhm.
Really? That's the name I came up with? Okay. You see Roger. An elf called Roger.
For an elf. Yep, that works.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
point out that like chat's going like Gary, and then we come up with Roger.
Yeah, like that's the name that this generator came up with. Roger Woodleaf, half elf. But no, this one's a full elf.
Roger
Should've been
I can
Woodleaf.
get behind Roger Woodleaf.
And Daisy.
Oh, hey, Daisy.
Hello, Daisy.
I don't know about a male elf called Daisy, but a boy named Sue.
Either way. Anyway. So you see before you Roger Woodleaf. He looks a bit older from what you remember, which for an elf to age noticeably in such a short period of time is a bit strange. So I have finally tracked you down.
Yeah. It has been a while.
What, 15, 20 years? Somewhere around that?
Give or take a few, yeah. I see time hasn't been kind to you.
After your husband was killed and your kids taken, I set off to find out more. Some of the things I had to do to get the information were not easy or pleasant, and they have taken their toll on me. But I have managed to get some information about what happened that night that I'm not even sure you know yet.
I really don't remember a whole lot from it. I remember the attack and seeing my husband being killed, and then I got knocked out, hearing my girls screaming as they were leaving. Or at least I think I remember that. I remembered that in a dream, that I heard them screaming as they were leaving, and then waking up to the note.
Yes. It seems that your husband kept on spending money and putting things up that he did not have the rights to. He made a bad deal with one of the town lords that decided to take it out on him after he neglected to pay what was owed. He, for whatever reason, decided to put the girls up as collateral for this one.
I don't believe he would have done that.
I didn't believe it at first, but I was very persuasive in my methods of getting this information, and discovered he had done it several times to several other lords. Why he was ever in such a need of such money is still something I'm trying to figure out. But he did do it, and this one lord decided that he would definitely collect.
Have you seen the girls?
Not to my knowledge. Don't forget, you can roll inside checks to see if you want to believe him at any point.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight to see if he has
Go for
actually
it.
seen the girls.
Yep. You gotta remind people, because people forget that sometimes in heavy RP. 12 seems to be telling you as you what he believes.
Well, he was usually one to be fairly upfront and honest.
Your husband?
No, Roger.
Oh, yeah, sorry. getting myself confused there. Like, hang on, what? Yeah. Yeah, to the best of your knowledge, Roger is telling you as he has tracked it down. He hasn't run across them at any point that he knows of. So, your husband, the one who sent the people after you, they came at a Waterdeep. No, sorry, Baldur's Gate, not Water's Deep. Baldur's Gate. Which, to my knowledge, the troop had never actually travelled there, had they?
No, we'd never been this far south before.
Yes, it was quite strange that he took money from over this way. I'm still trying to track down where it went to, what he was using it for. It is not looking good so far for the people I have run across that knew of him for this stuff.
It is most strange. I knew he had a bit of a gambling. Like he used to like gambling, but it never was extreme like that. He always seemed to know when to stop.
It seems he only displayed that. He never quite stopped. And got in quite deep with quite a lot of people.
Do you know when this deal in Baldur's Gate occurred? Because we were never really parted very long at all after we got married.
From what I could figure out, the best guess is 3 to 4 years before your girls were taken.
I believe he said he was going to visit a friend, and he was gone for about a month. I guess the timeline fits then.
Indeed. It was quite a heavy sum he decided to take from there as well. It seems he took that one to pay back some of the others that he owed. So he just owed the one, and the sum was somewhere around 60,000 gold. How much of that he owed to the others, and then how much he gambled away, I do not know yet. I did find one lord that he owed 10,000 to, another he owed 12, but they got paid back not long after he returned from that trip.
This is quite disappointing.
Do you know if he had somebody who would run errands for him? Somebody who he used to send?
He didn't have anybody in particular that he would send, but he would stop and have messages sent from the tavern every so often. With the local mail system.
Then that's going to make life tricky for me, but still doable. But as for the attackers who attacked you that night, I do know that some of them were drow, and another group. What was that, Brad?
I was going to say, in the tavern, far, far away, Vernon's ears prick up.
And it seems they had a number of others waiting further out in case they couldn't complete it, but they were unneeded. So I do not know who they were. But the drow come from a under area of Baldur's Gate that specializes in those type of things: kidnapping, assassins, theft. It might be best for you that you don't let them know that you're still alive.
No, I thank you for this information.
Because I believe there was a bounty on your head as well that night.
On my head?
Indeed. Once they found out he was married, they decided that you were something as well.
Well, they've taken everything that I had.
Just be careful. They might decide it is worth still taking that bounty, even after all these years.
I will watch my back. I have some new companions that I've recently started traveling with that I trust well enough at this stage. Not as well as the old troop, but it's slowly getting there. I'm sure they would help me if the need arose.
Excellent. So, I need from you to, if you can, to the best of your knowledge, tell me of the last few years that you've travelled the troop together. And I shall track down what I can from that.
Very well.
So,
I'll
we'll get some food.
I'll
Yeah,
write
we'll
up
get
a
some
list and pass it over to him.
Yeah, so you'll spend the evening pretty much passing over the information that he's requested.
Yep.
And talking about old times and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna stay the night there, or are you gonna go back to the other tavern? By the time you finish, it's probably midnight, 1 o'clock, but it's still daylight outside.
I think I might wander back over to the tavern and
Mhm.
I'll say that I'll meet up with him again in the next day or so to discuss more.
I will be leaving in the morning. I want to get on this as fast as possible, and I have some distance to travel now.
Okay, no worries. Well, I'll leave you now then, and I'll write down any more information that I can think of and try and get it to you somehow.
Hmm. You don't have a means to magically send messages to me?
Not at this stage.
You see him think for a moment. Then I will teach you something. And he pulls out a scroll and hands it to you. This should come in handy. I can't remember which one it is, but I'll get it to you in a bit, in the break.
Mm-hmm.
This will let us send messages a number of times a day if need be, or to anyone. It shouldn't take you too long to learn. If I remember correctly, you were decently proficient with magic.
I know a trick or two.
This will be another trick or two for you to have. And with that, I will get going in the morning, and hopefully we'll be able to track down your children and what is going on.
Thank you for all the information you have given me. Stay safe.
You too. And
Yeah, and I'll wander myself back up to the bar, back over to the Broken Antler, and find my way up to my room.
yep.
And yeah, just try and sleep, but sleep it is not restful.
Yep. So Visok, partway through the day, you end up bumping into Leosin and him taking you into the tavern. You didn't see Grong at first, but after a little bit of time, Leosin comes over to Grong and takes Grong over to you and to the dwarf that he introduced you to.
Wrong?
Visok,
Is it too many to fucking friend? Hello.
good to see you. Good to see you.
You too, my friend. Oh,
It's been some time.
I know. Where have you been?
Oh, many places. The Moon Maiden, she called me, you know. And Grung has to go. But I'm back.
I know nothing of what you are talking about, but I'm happy to see you, my friend. Very, very happy. Yes. Done.
Me too. Me too. I have a drink. I hold up this giant tankard. Would you like some?
It brings a tear to my eye. Yes, stop. Please, my friend.
I know you like to drink.
Oh, it is one of the few pleasures that we have in this life, my friend. One of the few pleasures.
Oh, yes. How have you been? What have you been doing?
I have been from one end of this industrial complex to the other end of this industrial complex, trying to find myself some armor, you see. Because I am large, these are quite small, they don't really have armor of my size. It's one problem after another, and then I run into this little fella, and then he's like, I can find you a place where you can get some armor, and I'm like, that sounds great. So we're like, over here, and it's a tavern, and I'm like, that sounds great. And then we come into the tavern, and here you are, and that is great.
Oh,
And I always but I still don't have any armor.
oh, okay. Would you like an egg?
Mm,
No.
I
Eggs Victoria.
want your eggs. We talked about this so many times.
No problem.
So many
Where
times.
is everyone else?
Yeah. I don't know. They went off to
Oh,
find the dark place or something. I don't know. And then I came here and it was dark and I said that they should come with me, but I don't know.
ah. Oh, okay. Maybe we should find them or something.
Rob? I suppose. I mean, I'm getting some armor first. In theory, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try. And then I was always going to go back and try and find them. There was a tavern. We were at a tavern. It was called this one has antlers. That one has antlers. They all have antlers in the city. I'm not sure.
Do you think they make armor
Um,
for grungs?
A frog in a can.
Maybe. Worth an ask.
Very good. I will come with you then.
You just hear this big chuckle from the table users standing in front of. Yous are very amusing.
Thank you.
Thank.
A frog in a can. That would be quite the sight to see.
I mean, as long as he has holes for his arms and his legs and head, the can would probably be big enough.
I think you'd find he would struggle to move in plate.
Do you know about armor?
I think you misunderestimated my little friend.
I think you also sometimes misunderstand and know how heavy some of this plate is. And I've done the wrong fucking accent. It's meant to be Scottish, but it isn't, damn it. I don't know what it is.
Grung can lift a plate. Easy.
I tell you
I
what.
looked at the plate. See, there's nothing smashed.
I tell you what. And this guy pulls off a gauntlet, the plate gauntlet. See if you can carry this around for a number of minutes. And he hands it over to you, Grong.
Okay.
Carry that to the other end of the tavern and back twice. And see how you go. Make a strength check. And this gauntlet is heavy.
Okay. Carry it as a grung, you mean?
Yep.
Because I can carry it.
Carry it as yourself.
$17.
17. Okay. You're able to carry it there and back. And there. And you get partway 3/4 of the way the second time. And you're starting to really struggle the last 5 foot.
But do I win?
So, would you like more than that to wear as plates all the time? Struggling to carry even my gauntlet? Which wouldn't be as much as which would be less than a full set of plate for you.
I don't know what to plate.
Oh, I just assumed you were here with the Goliath that you would want plate.
No. Just a little bit.
That's insane. Why would the frog want plate armor?
I want something that I can still move in, move around, but still has a little bit more protection.
Then that we can probably arrange. By the way, I am Ontha Frum, the leader of the Order of Gauntlets.
On
Oh,
par.
Ontha Frum.
on that drum.
On par.
Ontha Frum. F-R-U-M-E.
I am Grung.
Use are the one that
that,
Rusty army.
I will not put that glove on for a few minutes.
Yes, you might want to soak it.
Very well. Anyway, you are
No.
Leoson's
It-
friends?
Da.
Yes.
You say he just puts the gauntlet on and
Uh,
doesn't do anything to him.
We rescued him, saved from a. It was a long story. He was tied up. I made him not tied up. It was
Indeed, I have
I
heard.
was a rat.
and a very very handsome.
Thank you.
I had heard that there was more than just the two of you. Where
They
are the
the
rest?
other in the Atlas.
I shall send a squire to go look. Or a number of squires. There's a number of ansel places. And you see him beckon over and get two squires that rush out the door.
I looked at Graham. How many antlers? Why would inns named antlers in the same city? Wouldn't it be confusing?
I was very confused.
Yes, me too. Me too. Sorry. Forgive me. From.
Unta will do.
Will die.
Please continue.
So, hopefully they will arrive. Yous will arrive in the morning. The squire cannot find yous, okay? The rest of yous?
And a long rest.
I haven't said that yet, no.
Oh,
you're
itching that
anyway.
button.
It's in a different place.
Old of you to assume.
Yeah.
Almost.
We'll get to the it's not quite that time of night yet. Rhapsody's back in the thing at night. Yous are back there at night. These two are not there yet. They're still partway through the day. So hold your horses.
Do
Right in
it.
here.
Just because you want your invisibility slots back.
Vernon
Exactly.
heads out to the stables and starts holding the reins of the horses.
Because we're going to level 5 when we all have our long rest.
Wishful thinking, but still.
Whoa.
Very wishful thinking. Either way. So you're after plate, yes?
No. I've been searching for it for a while, but the town I've been to, relation and farmers are more concerned with their plows than with their plate.
So I should be able to help you if you're going to be helping us in the future. We need the rest of your group together
Sure.
to get the information.
Oh, I can speak for them in this matter. Absolutely.
Roll a deception check.
Can I do
Sorry?
Can I do a performance check?
No, it's a deception.
I've got the same anyway. It's an 11.
You just see him look. Yeah, we still need all of you to pull this, get the information together, and to give share what we have. So
I take better notes than I do.
anyway, you will stay here tonight. We'll drink, tell stories, and hopefully sometime tonight or in the morning, the rest will arrive.
You know what, Ota? I always had a good feeling about you. I told everyone feeling about wolf.
So we'll spend the night drinking, and you see him hold his hands up, and beer starts coming over, and quite a
Oh.
lot.
I
And
like to drink.
And it's like you, my little froggy friend.
so, is there anything you want to say right now when the others aren't here? Anything you want to do while you guys are here without the others?
Nah, drinking seems pretty good.
Fair enough. So you spend the night drinking away with Leoson and Unta, while your squires are off investigating, looking for the others.
Vizor keeps himself a little bit better moderated because he wants to try to keep a better lead on this fight.
Yes. Remember what happened last time?
So you regale him with the story of how you beat him in a drinking contest.
Yes. I would like to also order a bucket of water, please.
Very well. That can be arranged, and the squire brings over a bucket of water for you to soak in while you're drinking with him. Alright. At some point, you go off to bed. You have your long rest. You have a successful long rest.
Yay.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard, was it?
Hey, look, you never know what I'm going to throw at you before you have a long rest.
Mm,
And sadly, that means everybody's temporary hit points disappear.
they did. They just did.
But that's okay, because when I see everybody again,
So I have a question.
Yeah.
maybe,
I'm a mimic.
more or less.
Can I mimic the song and get the hit points back?
You can mimic the song, but you cannot perform the spell.
Damn it.
Yep.
I'm gonna mimic the song to whoever I'm with anyway.
Just like you can mimic people casting spells. Doesn't mean you can do it.
Right, okay. Righto.
Yeah.
That would be pretty broken if you could.
No kidding. Oh, what's that? You see fireball being cast? Oh.
Okay.
Jeez.
It doesn't quite have the dexterity in his taloned fingers.
So morning comes. You all wake up whenever the hell you wake up at different times in different places.
4:59 a.m. exactly.
We'll start off with the Broken Antler crew. So Crush, Pred, Wes, and Az.
Ilindi is sleeping in. He drank a lot last night, and he is not awake. Definitely not the first awake.
Okay.
Rhapsody didn't sleep the best. Decided it was not worth trying to sleep any longer, and gets up reasonably early, just before sunup, because she can smell the bread cooking downstairs.
Yeah, you do know that there's no problem with the being up before sunup. There is no day and night here.
Yeah, well, what I would know
Guess
is sunup.
estimation. Yeah.
That's it.
Wes.
Yeah, well, understanding that and noticing that Crush isn't feeling the best while he's still asleep. And I noticed that, but in the previous days we felt better after the song, so I mimicked the song. Because
At what volume does this get mimicked?
Well, probably increasingly louder until you wake up and notice that I'm doing it.
Roll a performance check.
17 minus 1, 16.
Yeah. It's pretty close to what Rhapsody does. And you're doing a one-on-one performance for Crush for Ilandir in his bedroom.
Just get closer and closer to his head.
Ilandir, it sleeps through probably 2-3 minutes of Scratch just singing the song until finally, open eyes and Scratch is right at the edge of the bed.
Like when your cat's sitting on your chest.
Yeah. It's quiet. And just digs the head back into the pillow.
Egg, eat when feel bad.
I might need to try one of those eggs. The only bad thing about getting free drinks is drinking too much sometimes. Good morning, Scratch, I guess.
Good morning.
Arf tries to roll back up and try and go back to sleep again.
I'll peck at him a little bit. Breakfast?
Fine. And Illidy will begrudgingly get out of bed with a pounding headache. Wonder if they have any potions for headaches or something around here.
Vernon.
And I'll trot off looking for Vernon.
Yep.
Vernon wakes up and notices that the pan he got and filled with water is empty. So he takes that, goes outside, empties the water out, still gives it a little bit of a scrub, and then heads over to the barkeep to give it back. Thank you for providing this. Turned out it wasn't needed. I cleaned it anyway, so hopefully everything is all good.
Thank you.
No worries. What have you got in the way of breakfast here?
I know what I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. And it's not going to
What's
be
going
driving.
on here?
No, it was going to be Monty Python. So yeah, egg and spam, bacon and eggs, bacon and spam, spam. Yeah, it was the first thing that came to my mind for whatever reason.
Vernon will happily eat spam.
Well, we don't have. There's no such thing as spam here. So
Damn.
we have
What world do we live in?
Yeah.
spam's a human invention, sort of invented in the Sword Coast.
I mean, there's humans on the Sword Coast.
Yeah,
Not
well,
saying they
they
didn't
act together.
invent it.
Yeah. There is bacon, eggs, meat, breads, berries, some other meats.
This is all provided.
You have provided for some breakfast, yes, with your fruit fee.
Wow. I'll happily eat any of those things. Grabs a plate and heads to
Well-
wherever the food is, or the cook, or whatever.
If you want to take a seat, I'll bring you out some.
Excellent. Vernon goes and takes a seat.
Okay.
Do you join where I'm currently sitting, or do you find a different table?
Oh yeah, I can sit with Rhapsody. No problem.
Do you even notice Rhapsody?
She's quite short, man. It's, I'm a very tall Goliath looking around. She's quite little. Nice. Vernon spots Rhapsody and heads over. Ah, you're back.
Yes. Yes, I got some interesting news.
Hmm.
Not good. I mean, it could be good, bad news. It's also bad news. But yeah, I think it might be easier to explain to everybody when we're all together again.
Fair enough. Vernon.
At this stage, you see Illidy come down the stairs, like, not like
Drunkenly.
He's okay. He's not drunk. He's just very tired, and you can tell that he drank a bit too much last night.
The one arm against the banister, the one arm on the head.
Yeah, like got a pounding headache, just like trying to shield myself from the bright light that he's around at all times. Morning, I think. Wait, is it morning?
Yes, it is
Serving
morning.
breakfast, so I hope so.
It's hard to tell with this no darkness thing. It's weird.
Just
Throws your
rely-
mind away.
Circadian rhythm sorcerer. Are there cicadas in the Sword Coast? We have a different rhythm.
Some sort of other bug rhythm.
Oh, rely on your grung rhythm.
It is the best
On a
rhythm.
bug,
Where is Grung?
on a bug.
Dancing frog.
And yeah, Illidy will just slowly make his way to the table and sit down.
Scratch is following.
As you sit down, you see the plate of food Vernon ordered appear with a mug of ale as well.
Illidy just
Heck.
looks at the ale and goes, and like just hands it on to Vernon. Starts
It hands
digging
it
into
on.
the
It's
bacon.
been given to me. Vernon slaps his Ilandir's hand. What are your own breakfast, sorcerer?
Oh,
So-
sorry, I thought it was for the table.
A
What
plate
else?
this big.
What do the rest of you want for breakfast?
Bacon. Grease.
Ale?
Not this morning.
Wine?
Do you perhaps have
Vodka?
some fresh juice or something?
Juice?
Fresh juice.
Just waiting for them to bring him the grease. Eh?
The dwarf looks at you like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Cider.
Tavern with fresh juice.
You can only ask.
The only non-alcoholic thing you can have is water here.
Fine. Give me some water and bacon.
Water
And
berry.
when the water arrives, I'll use prestidigitation to give it the taste of fresh juice.
Fair enough.
What?
You s-
What?
Man, that fucking spell, dude. Is there anything like we should all take it? Seriously, just like
It's handy.
I
literally.
thought you were going to go somewhere else then.
Yeah.
I did too. I'm like, oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
change it to liquor.
change it to booze, yeah.
There's so many options. You could have made it taste like weed.
That is way too nice.
Being nice for once. I like it.
As is always nice. Rhapsody's not maybe not quite as nice as the others, but
I
Rhapsody's
can't
certainly a lot
prestidigitation
nicer than what
win the
Seraphina
campaign.
was.
Done. We're done, guys. We can finish. I cast that spell. We're good. Wait, one day Sab will say, "No, you can't. That spell doesn't do that." And I'll be like, "Yeah!"
Does Ilandir notice? Like, do you do that openly, Rhapsody, or
He hasn't
The
brought it over
cast.
to you yet. So
okay? Ilandir's just sitting there waiting for food now.
what else? What are you having? What are the others having for breakfast?
Water and berries.
Rhapsody?
Yeah, I'm having fruit and bread.
Okay. He goes away, comes back, and you see him carrying a bucket and like 2 empty ale tankards and a number of plates. Here you go, here's your water, and he sloshes the bucket onto the table, and your cups, and your food, and turns around and walks back.
Ilandir will grab the bucket and try to get it, turn them into, like, pour it into the tankards, spilling a little
Fair
bit,
enough.
but not too much.
Roll a
And-
dexterity check.
Oh lordy,
Yep. You're drunk trying to pour water into a cup?
I'm not drunk.
not-
I'm
it'll be
You're
hungover.
hungover. Okay, sorry, you're hungover.
That would be just straight dexterity check.
Mm-hmm.
6.
So, in your attempt to get this water into these cups, you spill 3/4 of it all over the table and yourself.
Ilandir will use prestidigitation to clean up the water and
Oh my fucking god.
not have any water on the table and go on to anybody else.
Even like as being like one of those like fancy like advertisements. Like, have you got trouble with dirty dishes and smoke that
Cast
doesn't know
prestidigitation now.
That's prestidigitation.
I believe if you're a druid, you can actually pick up the spell Shillelagh, which does almost exactly the same thing.
Isn't Shillelagh a club?
Yeah, I think it changes your club into like your simple weapon. It's like a plus D8 or something.
Vernon watches the water that like made his bacon soggy just suddenly disappear.
Yeah, he got it all over half the table, all over himself, and spilled onto a couple of you.
Just shakes
Whoever
his
was sitting
head.
next to him.
keeps eating. It's
The
not
bucket
wet,
was-
but it tastes soggy. It's very weird.
The bucket was big enough for the takers to be dunked into it rather than you trying to pour it out. If you had it checked, it's kind of what I figured you'd do. But yeah,
Well, you said a bucket. I assumed a normal
Yeah.
bucket, not a. Yeah. Anyway. I need to be more clear in my asking of questions.
considering the size of the bucket that was got earlier for Grong, yeah,
Is it like
That
a
was
half
you.
orc
That
size
was a
bucket?
pan. You got a pan for Grong.
either way. Either way, you got your breakfast and drinks. In about 20 minutes of you having breakfast, you see a young half elf enter, look around, spot you, and start coming over to you. He's wearing well maintained armor with a necklace hanging around his neck and a picture picture of a gauntlet attached to the tabard he's wearing. I use traveling companions of Grung and Visok.
We are. And who are you?
I am a squire of the Order of Gauntlet. I have been asked by our leader Ontha and Leosin to find yous and bring yous to them.
Leosin, you say?
Yes.
Well, looks like we know where he is now, Illandir.
Well, that made it easier to find him.
Indeed.
So
Well, I'm finished breakfast. Can head out whenever the rest of you are ready.
once you have finished eating, I shall be waiting for you outside and escort you there.
Thank you, friend.
Vernon stands up. I'm going to go check on the horses, and you can grab me at the stables when you're ready to go.
Very well.
Vernon leaves and heads to the stables to check on the horses.
There you go. The rest of you are finishing your breakfast?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've
Yep.
probably finished
Hmm.
most of mine by the time the others have arrived.
The squire follows you, Vernon.
Sweet.
You know, if you're going to be working for Ontar or Leosin, you should bring the horses with us and not leave them down here.
Excellent.
This
I'll do
area
that.
can be a bit unscrupulous.
Thank you for the
And-
advice.
Might be best to move them if you aren't going to be too close to them most of the time.
You squired with the order for long.
A number of years. Enough to be trusted with a task such as this.
Do they make plate armor?
They make many different things. They are renowned smiths of the area.
I know a Goliath that will be very happy to hear that.
Indeed, he was quite ecstatic to learn that. So, the rest of you finish your breakfast, meet up outside. You take
Vernon saddles the horses and make sure they've been brushed down.
Mhm.
Ready to go.
Did you make sure one of them wasn't grung?
Gave them all a pat just to be sure.
So you're taking all your possessions with you, I'm guessing.
No idea. We go upstairs, and after having a greasy feed, he feels a fair bit better. Still a slight ache to the head, but fairly all right now. Goes upstairs, gathers his belongings, ready for the day. Goes outside to meet up with the Squire and Vernon.
Vernon's already got his stuff with him.
I figure most of you travelled most of the time with all your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a whole lot.
So, are you prepared? Have you got your all possessions and your horses ready? We won't be
Vernon,
able
are
to
the
ride.
horses ready?
They are indeed, Illandir.
You will
Vernon
not be able to
can-
ride them through the area. You'll have to walk them.
That's fine.
And if you
Should
follow
also-
me,
We should also
Yeah,
grab
dude.
Visok's horse while we're here.
I've got it. Vernon
I would take all of them.
holding the reins of Visok's horse and Grung's horse. Is it a Grung-sized horse?
Grung's horse. Grung's horse is already up there
Okay.
because he never actually technically went off it. I just remembered. I forgot about that. I'm assuming you waited outside at the temple for him, and then he took it with him. So
I ate it.
He is now. He is the horse.
well, he can be a horse, same as he can be a cat or a dog now.
Illandir will grab the reins of his horse and follow along.
Then you just walk for 25 minutes up to the this gritty, dark area of the city. And just as you're arriving, you hear the dowel ring out, and people leaving their homes to go to work.
That shift change bell again.
Start of a new day for workers.
Is it hard for? Do you ever leave the city?
I have not since I've become a squire here.
It'd be hard from going from this eternal daylight to outside of the city where there's actual nighttime. No, it's hard
We'll
coming
adjust
in with having nighttime.
We all adjust in our own ways. So, if you wish, you can stay with your horses over here. And he points to a section whereabouts you can already see Grong's horse stabled.
Vernon
That'll be
recognizes Grung's horse and heads over with Visok and his horse and ties it. Gives Grung's horse a pat. Good to see you again.
they'll be well cared for here.
Excellent.
Rhapsody walks over with hers as well and hands over the reins to. I'm assuming there's a stable boy or something
Yeah.
nearby.
Yep.
You'll do the same.
Scratch just follows everyone else's lead.
Yep. So the others are waiting for you inside. Hopefully they'll be awake by now.
Thank you, Squire.
Into the tavern, see if we can
Vernon heads inside. Yeah.
find the others.
So Visok and Grong, would you be awake at this point?
What is the time?
By the time they travelled up here, 8:30.
Oh yes, I wake up at 4:59 exactly.
Out of my end there.
And then disappointed that I still have 1 minute left of sleep.
It's the curse of Grung.
Yes.
I'm just sleeping though. I'm not passed out. I'm just like,
You're sleeping in.
yeah, what? What my sleep? It's only 8:30. Come on.
So the others of you walk in, and you see Grung sitting with a dwarf and Leosin.
Grung! You're back.
Ah,
Hello.
very sneaky.
Oh, everyone is here.
Yes, except for Visok.
He's sleeping. He's here.
Is he drunk again?
Yes.
Some things never change. Our sorcerer had a bit of a night too, and Vernon slaps Ilndir on the back. You
Oh,
walked it off
Ilndir.
yet, sorcerer.
I'm feeling alright, but like I jump forward from getting slapped in the back by a Goliath. Yeah, I'm alright now. I just
Good,
don't wake
good.
up well after a hearty night of drinking.
Good to see you again in the Scratch Rhapsody. Vernon, how have you been?
Good, Grung. Good.
Have been good. I did receive some information yesterday,
Mm.
which I will pass on to you and share with you when we are all gathered again and other needs are not so pressing.
Yes, yes. Very good, very good.
How
Leosin
is-
is here.
Leosin, yes, the squire said.
You see him sitting at the table, just watching you all interact. Same with Unta.
Grung, how was the goddess? I know you went off to go for a mission or something.
I did, yes. I went to seek out the Moon Maiden, my god.
Hope it went well.
Yes, very well. Very well.
Vernon's looking around, and where is Visok? Where is he sleeping? Is he under a table? Like, starts looking under the tables.
Roll a perception check.
20.
20. There is no Visok sleeping under the tables down here today.
Is he upstairs, Grung? Did you rent a room?
Yes, yes, you had the room.
Vernon heads to the staircase and heads upstairs. Starts shouting, Visok! Where are you, Visok? Visok! Starts banging on the doors as he's going from room to room. Wake up, Visok! Where are you? Visok!
I open one of the doors. Vernon!
Visok, there you are! Ah, do you have plate yet?
No, my lord, I do not have the plates. I've been trying. I went up to one industrial complex. I went up to the other end of the industrial complex. I went to a store. I came out to the store. They don't have any plate. Well, there's one man. He had some plate, but the plate was not of a good quality. It was too small for me. And then I came out, and then there was Leosin, and then I saw Leosin, and Leosin was like, hi, I can get you some plate. And I was like, this sounds good. And so I followed Leosin, and then we came to this tavern, which was an Adler tavern, but a different Adler tavern. And then there's this dwarf whose name is Ergen or Fergen or something like this. And he said he has plate. And then there was Grung, there was a frog, a little froggy friend, and then now you are here, and well, it's good. It's
What
good,
about
good.
your rat?
Scritches is always with me, my
Scritches?
friend.
Excellent.
He put my little finger on my shoulder, and Scritches crawls out from underneath, like.
Ah, there
Yeah.
he is!
Now,
Vernon comes up and starts petting him as well. Haha, it's only been a day, but I have missed you, my little friend.
he has that effect on people.
I think
And
the
I guess
next
everyone
person we see in plate, we should just kill and take their plate. This is becoming ridiculous.
I mean, I would probably agree with you only for the fact that, we are quite larger than these people. It
Ah.
probably wouldn't fit.
You just need the breastplate stretcher.
I've not heard of this. Teach me.
There was this king once, and they said he was too fat for his armor, so he needed the breastplate stretcher.
Yes?
Long ago, I was a mercenary working for the people who wore gold armor. Ridiculous gold armor. You know how squishy gold is?
Gold,
It
of course,
does not
squishy.
protect you. Oh, it was very
No.
squishy. Anyway, the others
Yes.
are downstairs. Even the sorcerer is here.
I want to hear more of this gold armor. It's quite intriguing, but yes, we should do it. I should meet you.
I
Let's go.
tricked two of them into an alley and chopped their heads off and sold their gold. Yeah, it was good times.
Most practical solution.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go back downstairs.
No.
Vernon heads
No.
downstairs. I found Visok!
My friends.
We could
Lord,
hear the
it's almost
yelling
like
of
it
you
was yesterday.
searching for Visok from down here.
Quit the
Well,
money.
you know, he sleeps. He sleeps quite soundly after a night of drinking.
I do sleep quite soundly, regardless of the amount that I have consumed.
Everyone is here again.
One
Yes.
big, mostly dysfunctional family. So fantastic.
It's good to see you again, Visok.
And you too, Rat.
The tribe is back. It is a good day.
Oh, now we should find out why someone would give us free horses. Let's talk to this Leosin.
Just see Leos and chuckle when you mention giving you free horses. You did earn them by freeing me and doing some other odd jobs. Speaking of, did you go back into the cave and see anything?
We did indeed.
So, what did you find? What was there?
Ah, well, Rhapsody, our half elf, she's the one who takes the notes.
Half elf.
Everybody's smaller than a Goliath. Give me a break.
Except she's really small.
Yeah, I'm lucky if I come to your
Sometimes-
knee.
It's very cute. Now, can you tell the man what we saw?
There was some kind of traps with ball bearings. We could
There
never
was
really
a
find
tentacle monster, and he was hungry, and that's all I remember.
I
Yes.
don't remember that.
We entered the cave. There was a pit with some stolen goods. I believe Scratch managed to get himself what was it? A belt buckle.
Scratch looks very defensive and holds his pouch very tightly.
No one's going to take it from you, Scratch. You earned it fair and square. We also found some dragon something things.
You just don't know the name necessarily. Your characters don't know the name of what they were.
Yeah, we saw some things that look sort of patchworky. Might have been caretakers of some sort. And we found a room with eggshells that appeared to be from where the dragons may have hatched from. But other than that, there was nothing else there.
No papers or anything that you've managed to find?
There was some burned up papers and books, I believe. Illinder picked some of those up.
Oh,
He
yes.
started to use some
was
sort
wondering
of
if-
magic to mend them.
Crush's
wasn't
light
able to
finally
read
fucking
anything.
turned on.
No, hold a minute.
The deer
Oh,
is,
that's-
is very good.
Roll
As
a
you-
history
Holding.
check.
Because they were the ones that had the memory spell attached to them and the confusion spell attached to them.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to play as I pulled it out of my bag. But yes, it seems to
Mhm.
alter your memory or something. Here you go.
You pass it over?
Yeah.
Okay. Leosin takes it. Gunther? I
Thank you.
believe...
Hillendia, what do you mean it alters your memory?
Well, I'll be honest. I completely forgot I had it. Until it was mentioned.
You make a joke.
I was waiting for you to mention the book because I knew you had it, but obviously you
Hmm.
completely forgot you did.
No, I knew I had it, but I was playing the alter memory.
Nah.
Yeah,
No, I thought that you completely forgot you had it.
I was trying to RP it, but yeah.
The character forgot that he had it.
Yeah,
Yes,
but I thought Crusher himself had forgotten.
I was sitting there waiting to see if anyone,
That's
if
good.
anyone would mention it, so that he would remember he had it in his pouch, because
Yeah.
he'd been secretly flicking through it and didn't know if it actually affected him or not, but he'd kind of, yeah.
So how does it alter your memory?
I'm not sure. I remember we looked at it and it has some spells on it. I detected some magic from what school's that again? Sorry.
I can't remember. Whatever it is. Doesn't
That
matter.
school of magic,
Enchantment, yeah.
enchantment,
something like that.
Enchantment, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
and we're able to juice it has something with confusion and alter memory. Perhaps we're waiting for someone who is better with that kind of arcane knowledge to have a look and see what they can decipher from it. It seems to be blank from when we look at it.
See Leos and nod. Untha, I think you have some people who can deal with this. And he hands a book over to Untha. Untha looks at it. Indeed. I shall go and give this over to some people now to work on. Excuse me. He gets up and walks out. So, was there anything else? You said the eggs had hatched, unfortunately, and it seemed like they abandoned the place?
That is what it appeared to be, yes.
That is frustrating, but... Oh well. I was hoping that you would be able to get the eggs in time, but... Either way, it does not matter.
The
Can you tell us
only
more about the significance of these eggs? Because so far I don't really understand what I am, we were sent there for or to do. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
They're for eating because I have eggs, if you would like some.
I am good, thank you.
Okay.
The eggs... From when I was held captive and what I've found out since, were for one of the dragons of the cult. And they were moved into there for safekeeping and to hatch.
What kind of dragon does the cult have?
You see it, listen, think for a minute. The main ones, so the blue that attacked the city that I know of, a black, a white, and a green. At least down that way. What they have elsewhere, I do not know. None of the chromatics are with them.
No turtles.
Why would there be a turtle?
We stumbled across a looked to be a young dragon turtle on the way from Greenest to here. So wondering
I
if it had
hope-
something to do with the cult.
I hope he's put it down.
did Elindir actually find out that it was a dragon turtle?
We had a
eventually?
huge argument about it last session that everyone else knew it was a dragon, so he's figured out it's a
Okay.
dragon.
Okay. We were unable to put it down. We did cause it a lot of damage, however.
Do you... tell me whereabouts you've encountered this. We'll have to send some people out to deal with it before it gets too far.
We did let the guards know at the gates when we were entering that it was
Either way,
there.
we can send people from the order here to deal with it.
But 2 days ride.
Assuming
Yeah.
that it hasn't moved too far, they might not move quickly, but they're very destructive. You say it was only young?
It was only about 12 foot big.
Hopefully it won't take too many to take it down. We won't lose too many during it.
It was either guarded or attacked, or there was some drow that were dealing with it when we came across it. I don't know
Smugglers, then. There is a group of drow smugglers that take captives and smuggle them across different parts of the Sword Coast.
That
This
would
to you,
explain
Brad.
it.
To Vernon rings a bell.
Vernon his fists are clenching at the mention of drow.
Either way, I do not want to know why they're moving a dragon turtle. it is never good to encounter one on the land or in the sea. So, while we wait for Onther to get back with the book, is there? Actually, we'll take a break quickly. Now,
Mhm.
Too easy. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. We'll be back in 5 or so minutes. Gonna do stretch legs, grab drinks, all that kind of stuff, and we'll be back soon.
Just wander off and come back again.
Yeah.
And welcome back, everybody. We've all had a bit of a break, stretched legs, done all that kind of thing. Hope you guys have refreshed your drinks and everything, ready for the next part of the session. Take away, Mr. Sab.
okay.
Now I was gonna remember where we were.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is this game again? Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons?
Dugongs, I think.
Oh, that's the one, yep. We're chasing blue dugongs, black dugongs.
So Leosin passed off the book to Onther to go get looked at, and then I don't know what he was going to do with these. So while we wait, is there anything you want to do? No, or anything?
Yes.
What would you like to know, Grom?
You say no or do?
Do.
Or do. Yes. Visok, I would like to buy an armor, please.
The armor, please.
I believe they're looking for some plate.
I am looking for the plate. My little frog, small little frog friend is after armor of the
Do not
whatever small frog friends have.
Okay. At this stage, you see Untha come back in. So, yeah, I know you want armor, and I'll be able to make a deal, I think, with you in a few minutes. We managed to break the enchantments on the book, and found out they are sending a convoy through here in Baldur's Deep, further north. And from what we can figure out, that should be coming through here in Baldur's Gate sometime from what you just told us in the next 5-6 days. So, if you are willing, we have a job for you if you would like. And you see Gunther sit down, get some ale, and drinks come around for the entire table. There's mead and wine and juices put onto the table.
Ah, juice. Vernon had some juice still in there. Not even
Thank you.
fake water juice this time.
Thank you, Vernon. I'll sip of the juice. What kind of juice is it?
There's 3 different types. Which type does Vernon want to grab?
He doesn't care. He just grabs the closest juice.
Okay, hang on. Let me just.
Excellent maid.
Juice is juice.
You give him apple juice.
Apple juice.
Lydia, would you like to try some grung juice?
Ooh. No.
I'm kidding. I don't have grung juice.
Illidy's just like looking at Grug going, he gives eggs that are good, but what, juice?
Maybe that apple juice is actually grung juice.
In a few minutes, it might be.
Instead of taking a sip, Illidy just sits it down and just pushes it away. He's no longer having the appetite for apple juice.
Vernon slides him across an ale instead.
I think I'll be right, thanks, Vernon.
So, if you so desire, we have a job that we think that you are uniquely suited at this point in time to do.
It must be a unique job.
You are currently in a position that not many others are. You have dealt with the cult and managed to successfully survive, and have a rough idea of what they're trying to do at this point in time, as well as we know. They've been looting towns and trying to collect up treasure and send it somewhere. That journal that you brought
Tiamat.
us for Tiamat. Yes. They're trying
There's a
to.
shrine for Tiamat in the cave.
That is concerning.
Quite bold of you to assume I understand what any of what we have seen means.
Yes, Ilandia, what is a Tiamat?
The one who fails.
Here we go.
the history checks.
May the odds be ever in my favour.
Disadvantage on the history check.
No need, that
Doesn't
one.
matter.
Well, I tried.
Can I give him my lucky for the moment?
So
I
you
know
go
what
to-
Tiamat looks like, but I don't know much more than that, unfortunately. I'm not.
You
I don't
go
know about
But
it.
you know more than me anyway.
You go to say about Tiamat and you stop. You cannot say anything about Tiamat.
What? What is it? This is a secret?
Ilandir?
What are you Are you sick? Oh my god, he's
Yeah.
going to be sick. He's going to be sick, everyone.
You can speak normally about other stuff, but just anything about Tiamat, you can't speak it.
Drink some juice. Slides the juice back over.
What the? Every time I try and say. What? What kind
What are you
of?
trying to say?
I'm trying to say about.
Tiamat.
Yes.
Vernon
That.
stands up and heads to Ilandir and looks at him very closely. Are you Ilandir? Hmm? Are you Ilandir?
Illidir is just not even going to look at Vernon.
Grabs him by the shoulders and picks him up. Are you Ilandir?
Yes, I am Illidir.
The dragon sorcerer?
That knows nothing of dragons, apparently. I can't speak of.
Vernon pushes Ilandir down onto the table and pulls the robe on his shoulder down. Check for the dragon
Illidir is
scale.
going to prepare firebolt in his hand. What do you think you're doing?
Whoa. It is the dragon scales. It is Ilandir.
Unhand me now.
I'm not afraid of your fireball. Let's go of Ilandir. You cannot speak.
Dispels it.
Something is going on here.
And the
Put it
night
down.
before, we are doing disguise. I was concerned you were not who you were saying. But it's alright.
Okay, now you say that to me, Vernon. It makes more sense when you pick me up and say my
Oh, yes,
name and
because
pin me
I'm
against
going
the
to
table.
alert a potential infiltrator to my concerns. I think not.
I'm more explaining why I had a firebolt.
Yes, well.
I'm
you
sorry, I
reacting
didn't
with fireball,
understand.
I should have known right then. It's fine. Pats him on the back and slides him another cup of juice.
Zook slips
What one
loudly
do I
as
get
he-
this time?
Apple, one of the other three, one of the other two that are remaining.
This
This
only
one
gives
is
you
not
orange.
strong juice.
Orange juice.
It's a freshly squeezed.
It can't be mistaken for any
Roll a investigation check to see if your juice is freshly squeezed, if you must.
I must. There is reason. That is a 9.
9. Looks freshly squeezed.
Illidir takes a sip. Not as good as what they have at Candlekeep, but it'll do.
I guess Candle Keep down for its orange groves.
So that was pretty weird. You cannot say that word.
Tiamat? Was that all it was?
Yes.
Yes, Tiamat.
Anytime I try to say
I-
that, I can't
I thought he was just having a
vocalize.
problem with the pronunciation, but it's interesting.
I
You
wonder if
see
it's
Unta bring his hand out and wave it toward in front of Ilandir. There's a flash of magic. And it dissipates.
what did you do to him?
Ooh.
Who were we talking about?
What was that?
Elandia?
He still can't speak it.
What did you do?
I wonder if it was the book.
It was not the book. Something else is preventing him from speaking of Tiamat.
Does that have anything to do with the scales on his shoulder?
Possibly, but I've never heard of anything preventing this, so. Anyway,
First time I haven't been able to speak that name either. This is
just be careful with who you speak about some things with, especially dragon stuff. Anyway,
Eland is just looking perplexed, not like sinking in the information.
we wish for you to follow the caravan and find out where they are taking this treasure that they are taking to wherever it is to get to summon Tiamat.
It was just a
stealth
simple
mission.
recon job.
It will be much more than just a simple recon job. It
What
will
else?
evolve over time into many other things that are necessary. For a start, it will be escorting caravans, because going that far north through Baldur's Gate and a couple of other places, the caravans wait until there is a decent number, usually 12, 15 different caravans that travel at once, and they can be merchants or traveling salesmen or just taking supplies from different teams of different places. And they usually hire different guards, bodyguards, just general soldiers to keep an eye on the things. We wish for you to be involved in this.
That's no problem.
And then, while doing so, try and figure out which of the caravans are actually escorting the treasure. And then follow that to the end, if possible.
So you believe they're using decoy caravans?
Oh no, the other caravans are legitimate, and the others are just blending in. So there's normal merchants that normally travel these routes, and then these are going along the same routes at the same time.
Ah,
So they are looking like normal merchants, but they're actually taking the treasure north.
Very sneaky.
It is. And if it wasn't for the journal, we wouldn't have picked up on this.
Do we know what the treasure is?
The treasure is much of what you saw them looting from Greenest. Just random treasures. Gold, silver, anything of value is being taken. They are seeming to prepare a great hoard to summon Tiamat here.
So you want us to escort caravans and keep an eye out for caravans transporting their loot.
Yes, it'll be hidden, it'll be disguised. But you have seen the cultists, they usually stick out. They don't normally
some-
socialize.
Tiamat. A
Sorry.
dragon god.
The
Consider
goddess.
summoning dragon goddess.
Yes. They're trying to summon her back from hell. Back to this plane.
Well,
And
we
you
can't
want
have that.
2 Goliaths, a halfling, a bird, a frog, and a half elf to stop them?
Not by yourselves. We want you at this
Oh,
stage just
oh.
to follow the treasure
Oops.
to find out where it is going.
I was going to say.
If you were going to fight Tiamat itself, we would need armies. And that would take time. Of which we'll probably be starting to organize that very soon here. But we need to know where to send armies. We need a team that can do this quietly and that doesn't really have allegiances to anyone else at the moment, besides each other.
And I have to ask, is this... Do you know where the bluebird is?
The blue dragon that attacked Greenest?
Yes.
From what we heard, he traveled northeast, out that way.
Good. Thank you.
They have other dragons that we have seen working with the cult.
I want to find the bluebird.
We'll keep his. We'll keep you informed as much as we can if we find it again.
So, what caravan will we be escorting?
That will have to be decided when you reach Baldur's Gate.
I
will-
So they will not be aware of our true mission.
No. You will just tack on to one of the other caravans or escorts and do that job properly, but at the same time, try to figure out the others.
Do we have any contacts in Baldur's Gate that you want us to reach out to and provide assistance?
I have a trader in the city, yes.
And
I
will you
will
know
get
we're
you-
coming?
I will give you his details and something to present to him so that he knows that you're working for me.
Excellent.
Do you mind leaving my name out of any correspondence that is sent, please?
Easily done.
Thank you.
But for such a trip, we're willing to pay well and to help you get some arms and armor.
Yes. Plate for my
Would you
friend here.
be willing to go on this?
Well, you have my sword. Though I do not speak
This-
for everybody.
And
This
you
will
have
not be
my
a short-
stuff.
This would not be a short trip. At least the caravan will probably be at least a number of weeks, probably 6 to 8, for just that part of the journey alone.
Well, if you can supply us with some proper armor, I don't really have anything better to do with my time.
Grung will assist you.
I'm in agreement with Visok. If you can provide us arms and better equip us,
We'll see what we can bust out for you, but pretty well. We'll figure for you to leave. Not today, tomorrow, the day after. Day after tomorrow. By the time we track down some arms and armor for use, and we get you prepared as well as we can. We're still going through more of the journal. We'll see if we can pull anything else out from it.
in that journal, I did have the extra papers, and that was all with the journal.
You checked it all together and just gave them to it?
It was
Okay.
all together.
Had you gone through and mended all of those other pages as well, or were they?
Yeah, we
still
went through the
burned up?
papers, and nothing was
Some
on the
of them-
papers either.
Some of them didn't mend either.
Yeah,
Oh.
So
I kind
They
of
go
bundled
through
all
all
the papers and the journal together.
So I know one of you want plate.
No, me. Also, my
Anything?
friend probably.
Anything else, arms or armor-wise, you might wish for at this point?
Ramen.
What
want plate, brother?
options do we have?
We don't have a great deal at this point. We were not expecting to outfit
Oh,
many.
big, big, big sword. If you have one.
You want a claymore?
No, I've heard of these. Very good.
I'm asking you as the DM. Are you wanting a claymore weapon for Visok?
Yeah, if I can like take off the hilt of my other sword, or like the pommel at the very end.
So you're wanting to customize you? Okay.
I would on condition if I can get a big sword. There is the end of my current sword, the pommel, it has a special significance. And I would request it to be able to be attached to my new weapon.
Unta looks at you. If you could pass it here, I could have a look.
Unsheath it.
Can,
Gently hand it to him. Hit first.
I was just gonna ask, can I do an insight check on Ulthar to see if he's genuine with like feeling
Go for
he's
it.
seeing it might be too good of a deal,
Go for
like
it.
to full kit him up? That would be a 12.
Seems like one of the best offers you have heard in a long time.
Watching Visok, watching Visok, I just pull my rapier out and hand it over as well.
What about potions?
We'll see what we can get for you.
Other ancillary supplies.
We'll see what we can figure out in the next couple of days here.
And then I hand over my short bow and gesture.
Very well. Let me.
Any stubbies better than these ones, perhaps? For sure, my daggers are just crudely crafted stone
Oh, jeez.
with wood handles. Do you have anything better than this?
We'll see what we can do.
And then I pull
As-
out my dagger and hand that over.
God damn it.
He's like carrying this pile of weapons.
No, they're all sitting on the table. He hasn't touched any of them. He's looking at this Visok sword at the moment.
If you have a rapier and perhaps some better quality leather armor.
Do you have a scroll of fireball, baby? No.
Oh, looks like you've got your work cut out for you there, my friend.
First things first. Let me check out the sword and then we'll figure out the other things. He picks up the sword and looks at it.
Do you have any lances?
Yes, now hang on. We can take the pommel from this, the hilt from this, and put it onto a different sword. If that is what you wish.
I would very much.
Okay. And if you can spare this from now, I will deliver it to get it done as quickly as possible. A day and a half to get a sword redone for you before you send out. We'll be pushing it, but should be possible. The rest of you,
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
we will look through our supplies and find what we can for you.
Excellent.
Until then, the day is yours to do with what you wish, but I would ask you to please not leave the Gauntlet area here up here. The rest of the city is not so safe all the time.
Will you arrange for traveling supplies?
We'll arrange for some, but usually when you get hired onto your convoy from Baldur's Gate, you will have enough supplies for them, with them, whoever hires you.
Oh, are we traveling in a convoy to Baldur's Gate? On a caravan?
Baldur's Gate, no.
Sure,
we'll
yeah.
send you by barge, which will only take you 2 days to get there.
Ah, excellent.
Any other queries at the moment?
Are there any alchemy stores in town? Or city, really?
You see him think for a moment. There's one, maybe two.
And
They-
where might they be located?
One by the front gate, and the other by the river area.
I must have walked straight past the one at the front gate the other day. Thank you.
No worries. Anything else for the moment? Oh. And this, and he pulls out a sack and puts it onto the table, is for use as well, to buy anything else that you might think of that you want for the moment.
Excellent. Vernon takes the sack and has a glance inside, puts it in his pouch.
That's for all of use.
Perhaps before you put that in your pouch, Vernon, perhaps we should see how much there is and spread it between us.
That would be what the glance was for, Lundia, my friend. And are we splitting up, are we?
Well, we may visit different shops at different times. Perhaps have the money split between us rather than. Actually,
Maybe
speaking
we
of splitting
can
money, we.
Discuss
Rhapsody.
what we need to do and where we need to go, and then organize from there into groups.
Sounds good.
Very well. I shall take this to the Smiths and get this started, and figure out the arms armor for the rest of you.
And
Thank you,
perhaps
Mark.
something of a magical nature for me. I'm not very proficient with any weaponry or the more physical weaponry.
I'll see what we can figure out for you. Magic stuff is not so much our thing here.
I figure it could be a
As-
stretch. I just. Unfortunately, blades and bows are not really my area of expertise.
And
Possibly
unfortunately,
they were very good.
for you, Bird, your rapier is already better than some of the stuff we have here. He slides it back across to you.
Pick it up and.
Don't know what you're expecting. It's already a +1.
Plus 10.
Going to dangerous areas.
No, you don't know it's a dangerous area.
Everywhere's dangerous to that
Well,
bird.
Everywhere with a chicken shop.
Yeah. I mean, Scratch almost got killed the other night climbing a building.
Yeah, this is true.
You do that again and we'll kill you. Poor Scratch.
Everything is fine.
He wants to fly.
I did offer catapult.
I want to fly safely.
Okay, so you just have a day and a half to yourselves now.
Excellent.
Is everyone leaving the
had a
tavern?
holiday before.
Unta is left and Leosin's also getting up to leave.
Alton's already gone.
Vernon.
Come on.
Takes a seat
I'll.
where one of the other people was sitting. Where do we need to go? What do we need to do? Ilandir needs to find some sort of arcane shop. I would like to find an alchemist.
I still have the gold that we given from the governor that we can split up. But it's 50 gold pieces each.
That's fine. Grung, is there anything you wanted to do?
Krang doesn't know what to do anymore.
I know you showed some interest in alchemy before when I mentioned it at the last town, Greenest.
Yes. I like alchemy. I like to stab at things. I like jumping around, like spells. I like all of those things.
Sounds like you like fun, is what you like.
Oh yes.
Scratch, you is still interested in finding the underworld?
Mm, very much so.
Visok, you're just waiting for your plate.
For the most part, but if you are needing a strong army, more than happy to be of assistance.
Hmm. Well, he did not say where Ilindir could find magic, did he? Or did I miss it? Ilindir, do you know where to go?
Ilindy's ducked off for the second, seeing Leo's and leaving the
He's just
tavern.
He's just outside the front door at the moment.
You see, can you see Leosin through the door? Like, can they see that I'm out there talking?
No, it's a wooden door.
Before I leave to go to the Leosin, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll be right back. And I'll duck out after Leosin, just pull him aside by myself.
Okay.
Go. The dwarf seemed to know about me not being able to speak those words. You seem to be in close ties with him. I'm confused as to what's going on and why I should stop talking to people about anything dragon related.
With a cult of the dragon around, they are taking great interest in people who are freely asking about dragon stuff in every place. And quite a few have now gone missing or have wound up dead.
Oh. That I didn't expect. Well, can I perhaps ask you? You seem like a person that I can trust. Can I ask you to look into something while I'm not able to look into it myself?
I can try.
Well, as you would have seen on the table, I
You have
I
a
have
draconic bloodline.
that, yes. I don't know where it stems from, and my father is a monk sworn to the gate warden, a Candlekeep. I didn't get much knowledge from there, and I went out on the road searching for knowledge on this bloodline, but I don't know why I've got this bloodline, where it's descended from.
I would suggest at this point that asking such questions might be incredibly dangerous.
I was wondering if perhaps it's something that you seem to know better ways of, more the lay of the land of this area. Wondering if you could perhaps look into it and find any leads if you could.
I will see what I can do for you. I do not promise much, though.
That's all I ask.
Okay.
And Ilindir will duck back in, join back in the rest of that conversation. Sorry,
Okay, so-
where were we?
So it was all of our group here together again now?
Yep.
Okay, so I will make mention of the fact that I received more information. That was where I went off to yesterday, about the attack on my troop and the death of my husband and kidnap of my daughters, and there is a bounty on my head apparently, from somebody in Baldur's Gate. Hence why I requested my name not be mentioned in any information that is being sent. I don't know if it is still an active bounty or not, but I don't want it to become an issue for us.
A bounty?
What is bounty?
I'm a bounty hunter. How much is this
Come
Bounty Rhapsody.
No. Shit, it was. Come on now.
Bro's got a
I-
big smile on his face.
I was not told how much the bounty was.
If you want, when we get to Baldur's Gate, Walker's Wolverines has an outpost there. I can ask about this bounty for you.
But always take her as if to get the bounty. But just take the bounty and leave with her.
Maybe chop some heads in the process.
I
Let
don't
go
know.
of
What
that.
is a bounty?
It's when someone puts a cash reward on the capture or killing of someone else.
I was not made aware if it was a capture or kill. It was obviously kill for my husband and capture for my children. It seems my husband owed a lot of money to somebody, and he decided to use our children as the collateral, if you will, in case he didn't make good on his repayment.
Not such a good husband.
No, I did not know that this was happening.
Have you travelled to Baldur's Gate before? Do they know what you look like in that city?
I myself have never been. Until now I'd never travelled this far south.
If she has a bounty on her, they will know her name, race, general appearance, her occupation most likely, last known whereabouts. These things will all be known to the hunters.
Oh, Illidy will turn to Vernon. Perhaps you can make her look like someone else in more crowded spaces in Baldur's Gate to make it harder if there is somebody looking for her to make her blend in a bit easier.
For sure. A lot of bounty hunters are not so well versed in magic, you know.
Can we do that too? I've never tried it on someone else. Can we do that?
I cannot. I can only disguise myself. I don't know how your magic extends past.
Do you mind if I try Rhapsody?
It couldn't hurt to try.
Is very good at magic.
It could hurt.
Well, it could help. But they would be looking for a halfling bard. I could, while we're there, give off more of an illusion of a ranger and pull it off.
You are a performer.
Try it, Illidy. I want to
And
see it.
until recently, you all believed I was a ranger.
That is true. If you don't mind, I'll have my hand ready to touch, but I won't touch Rhapsody and
What
go.
instrument does Rhapsody have? Is it a lute? Or, no,
I have
flute?
I have a flute and I have a lute.
Okay, so the flute's easy to conceal. Is the lute not so easy to conceal?
The lute is not quite as easy to conceal, no.
Perhaps when we get to Baldur's Gate, you give your lute to one of us, and then pretend to be a ranger.
Illidy's just standing there still with his hand kind of out.
I mean, if
Do
the
it, do
magic
it.
does not work,
I'm waiting for a chance to ask her if I'm allowed to. I don't want to just do something to her without asking.
Perhaps something simple like changing the color of my hair, perhaps. And obviously you can see I've got this fiery red hair.
Change into a grung.
Fiery red hair and almost emerald green eyes.
can a grung change into a Rhapsody?
No.
So
But
many
maybe a
questions,
Rhapsody
Leon.
could change it to a grung.
Illidy will place his hand on Rhapsody's shoulder and focus, and an unintentional thing happens. Rhapsody goes invisible.
Well,
And
that could
I'll
work.
like stand there and go, that wasn't my intended
Ah, good
thing, but
disguise.
that would work.
Oh my
What-
god.
What
Oh my
happened?
god, they killed her.
This is not so useful if she wants to interact with anything at Baldur's Gate.
But my magic's a bit inconsistent sometimes.
Are you a wild mage? Or a sorcerer? I get confused.
There's only one Illantir, brother. He is his own thing.
No.
I'm definitely not a mage. I don't read into my spells and learn them that way. They kind of just come to me, and I still... Spells I'm not as versed at using, I still haven't quite figured out yet.
You
now
do
have a
just
very
kill Rhapsody.
confused. You have a very confused Rhapsody now. Everyone's talking around her without it being there.
And
You think that-
I assume I can still see myself, that I'm not invisible to myself.
Yep.
So I have no idea what you're actually talking about. Like, as far as I know, you changed my appearance.
I've still got my hand on your shoulder, so I know where you are as well. Well, how do I... That's right, Rhapsody, it seems I may not have changed your hair and instead made you invisible. Can you perhaps
What?
grab a knife and hit the table, and it should... It seemed to work for Scratch to make you disappear, like, make you reappear.
I turn around. I walk up to you from behind because you can't see me. You've removed your hand off my shoulder, so you can't see me.
Yep.
And I come around and I thump you in the back.
Good.
You gotta roll to hit.
Yep.
With advantage.
Ah,
Sneak attack.
Although you are
Mhm.
halfling, so it would be his
Because
arse.
I just
Now, am I rolling this
You can just do it as an unarmed strike.
as an unarmed strike? I can hit, but I'm not going to actually do any
Do damage.
damage because I've got it's a +0 on there. But I've got 14 on the dice. For my
It's more for
unarmed
flavor.
ability.
It's more for flavor
Yeah.
than anything. So yeah.
I just
it
wanted to
hits.
see whether she actually hits me or whether it...
Well, I mean, your
Anyway, okay, it
your
hits
AC
then.
is 10 anyway, isn't it?
15.
Well, then I miss.
Ow!
So you. So
Well,
you
I
feel
wouldn't-
something. Go on.
I mean, it's a 14. Like, I wouldn't have made any damage to him anyway, but it may not be enough to break his concentration.
That's right. Although you
That's
can,
why...
depends where you hit him.
but also if you attack,
She's
it
at
also
the
breaks
right height.
invisibility.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I didn't.
You attacked.
I made the attack, so that would have
Yep.
cast. Yep.
Yeah, it breaks the spell.
Yep.
So as you thump Elandir in the ass with the butt of your weapon, dagger, or is it barehanded?
Let me see what do I actually
Now that
do.
you mention it,
I've got
Definitely
a
dagger,
staff.
definitely dagger.
Well, you did say you used your knife. No, I'll have used the head of my staff.
So Elandir all of a sudden feels this whack onto the back of his ass as a staff deflects off his ass padding, and Rhapsody is visible again.
Oh, are we giving Illandir a pat on the tush? Vernon brings his hand back and gives Illandir a big slap on the butt.
Illandir will dodge out of the way. I don't know.
If you're dodging,
Just
then I'm
no.
rolling to hit.
Yeah, roll
Right.
off.
Yeah, 6.
That
Crush
doesn't it.
taking all the fun out of the game.
The dodge misses. The dodge is successful.
You think Illandir's going to sit there and just accept pats on the ass? No.
Oh, he doesn't actually know it's coming. And he's not exactly on his guard.
He just got tacked to the back. He spun around. Yeah.
Given that everyone's missed, I'd then throw a ball bearing at Illandir.
So, what are we doing?
That's a good question.
Shopping, Grung. We're going shopping.
Shopping. Good. Let's do that.
Hold.
As, ready to go shopping, I remembered in order for our dwarf friend to actually take the pommel off of the that I gave him, I actually need to weave a bit of magic intact, so I, without it kind of, potentially backfiring on him. So I run off after the dwarf with the, oh, I just remembered the something about my sword, and run out the door.
Bye, Vasok.
Bye, Visok. Bye, Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, all good.
We'll probably do a shorter one tonight, probably another half hour, then call it.
Yeah.
Because I know there's some people who are just out of it tonight.
No.
Or we can skip most of the shopping session and then just give you your stuff for next week. Give you your stuff for next week.
As long as we split the gold. Illiday is not forgetting that Verna still has the gold in his pouch.
You all took the 50 that I handed around earlier.
Oh,
each?
yes. Good
Yes.
idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot.
And don't worry, Scratch is keeping a close eye on that pouch of gold.
Or perhaps... Okay, so do we want to go shopping, or what do you guys want to do? This is out of character.
I'm happy
I'm-
either way.
What do we need?
I
thinking,
want to go to alchemy store.
I'm thinking an alchemy store might be good for me as well, because I can possibly buy a small supply of colorant that I can use to dye my hair so that it's not bright fire red for when we get to Baldur's Gate.
Illiday would like to go try to find a magic shop, even though I don't think he's going to find anything. Well, Illiday will watch Visok run out the door. Oh, that was a quick exit. Shall we go shopping, I guess?
Indeed. Where do we go first?
Hmm.
Are we going as a group?
Pretty good.
I think we should stay together for now.
So we know
Very
where
well.
the alchemy stores are. We do not know where Illandir can find sorcery.
The alchemist might know somewhere.
Yes, that's true.
Shot.
Which one do we head to? The front gate or near the water?
Which one's still... would we know which one's still within the Gauntlet district, or they're both outside of it?
They're both outside.
Which one's closest?
Probably the one over at the river area.
He doesn't seem to be very wanting us to
The
stay
river
within
is
this area.
where we're catching our barge from. So maybe we should go check out that area in general anyway.
Should we let the barkeep know that that's where we're headed, so that if anything does happen, he can let Laosin and Ulfar know that that's what's going on? They did say that anywhere outside of the Smith area is not necessarily safe.
That's what we've got Mr. Fireball for. Barkeep, we're headed to the alchemist by the river.
Very well.
Vernon gets
If-
up and starts walking to the door.
If we do not return by nightfall, perhaps can you call on the Order of the Gauntlet and let them know that they might want to keep an eye out for us?
Will do. He goes back to cleaning his glasses.
Has a chuckle as he's heading towards the door. Nightfall. If only there was a nightfall.
This place is
Disappointing
so
response.
weird.
I mimic the sound of the bells.
I don't like this place. Cannot see the moon.
Well, Vernon heads out the door and starts walking towards the river area.
And do a follow.
So it's
We
a
all follow.
20-minute walk for you to get there. You just don't have any trouble. Grong previously going this way the other day before.
Grong knows all and sees all.
Yes. Grung sees all.
Did you see where the alchemy shop was down here?
Oh yes, definitely. Definitely yes.
So
What
when
is
we get to
alchemy?
the river, we'll look around for the alchemy store.
Roll
Grong
a-
definitely saw.
Roll a perception check. Whoever's looking for the alchemy store.
12.
That would be a 15.
18.
Yes, 6 isn't gonna really cut it.
You got distracted by the shimmering off the docks as
There just
Reeds
happened to be a belt buckle store on the way past.
Mm.
you're getting distracted by the shinies being transported on the boats, or the locks and hinges and that shining in the light as they're moving about. Grong, you see about 5 doors down from the Temple of Saloon. You see the alchemy store that got described to you.
Yes. Here it is. Grung sees all.
Oh, thank you, Grong.
Before we go
Hold
in, Illendale will say to Vernon, how much gold did they actually give you in that pouch? Just so we know how much we can spend.
I didn't actually look. I just checked it was gold and put it in the pouch. I pull the pouch of gold back out and pass it to Vernon. No,
Passing it to yourself.
Hello.
like, yep. Clearly getting past Fred's bedtime. This is where I say Visok passes it to Wes or something next. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna say it in my head and say it out loud.
He's been drinking a lot, clearly.
All the
How much
juice.
ale did he
Grung, All
have?
the juice.
I told you not to try the Grung juice. It's very potent.
Vernon pulls out the pouch of gold and passes it to Illandir. That's the pouch. I don't know how much is in there. It's pretty heavy though.
Would I be able to do like a rough count, having a look in the pouch? Or...
On the street here? Not easily, no.
No, okay. We probably should have counted this before we go into a store. You don't want them to know how much gold we have.
I don't think it matters. Make yourself invisible.
Is there any like bench or something nearby that isn't watched that I could put it down and do a quick count if I was invisible?
Roll a perception check.
That'd be a 10.
From what you can tell, there's a lot of eyes watching everywhere at all times.
I'll pass the bag back to Vernon.
Why are
When
you
we're-
rolling so bad on everything? Oh my god.
Oh, I just,
The curse of Will Wheaton.
I'm pretty much, I cannot roll. I got
What if
one,
you've
I
done
got
your
a
dice?
15 on perception and then I still didn't see it, so.
I don't think you've rolled anything above a 12 in the last 3 weeks.
Nah.
You need some new dice. Just
Mm.
decided.
I have 4 sets turning up next week.
Does Wooten Forge sell dice? I bet
Hey,
they'd be good if they
I
were
will.
there.
I
Yeah,
will if it helps
you
you.
will.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but he drinks out of a green screen.
That's right.
Yeah, so Illendale will pass it back to Vern and go, perhaps when we're back at the tavern we can count that to see how much we actually have. Don't think it's safe to count it out here.
You worry too much, Illinger.
Huh?
Vernon takes the gold and puts it back in his pouch.
I'd just like to know
Where
how
is
much we
the
have to
sharpening
spend.
door?
I didn't realize I had that turned on. It's amazing. Oh my god.
That's cool.
Okay, switch out dice. Another set to the dice jail. I think literally all my sets of dice are in dice jail right now.
I mean, the dice only works week to week, not usually for fucking till the dice are dead or something.
Perfect.
I've literally used a different set every session, and I still roll bad.
You need to start
That's-
microwaving your bad dice, man. Send them to the incinerator.
Blowtorch.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm
you
tempted.
could stream it.
Hopefully your dice box will arrive next week and it will grant you some extra luck.
Yes, so I'll get attunement to it during the week, and I'll have nothing but good rolls. Anyway, to the shop.
Yes, where is the shop? Still looking around. Can anyone see it?
Grung said it's right here.
Grung pointed it out for us.
Did he?
Yes.
I was too
Grung's
busy with
on
John Deere.
forever.
So before you, went down the wrong way. Before you see a mossy stone archway to a building with some old, weather-worn doors that look like they could break in an instant. There's some heavy green felt curtains blocking the windows that you can see that are sun bleached to almost yellow in color. Looks like this place has been here for quite some time.
Hmm. I wonder why alchemy stores always look like this. Vernon knocks on the door and heads inside.
The door just, well, as soon as you touch it to knock, it just pushes open without any resistance.
Hello, is anybody here?
You see sitting behind the counter a rickety old dragonborn sitting there.
So while everyone's wandered into the shop, I've quietly hung back and stayed outside.
Yeah.
Oh, my dragonborn friend.
Can I help you?
Yes, I was hoping to browse your wares.
You looking for anything specific?
Indeed. Some alchemy supplies. I hope your alchemy store sells.
What kind of alchemy supplies?
Well, any fire elemental embers, air elemental wisps, flasks of oil, ash blossom, charcoal.
So, what are you trying to get the ingredients to make?
Well, I'm looking for smoke grenade, which is air elemental wisp and ash blossom. Blasting powder, ash blossom, charcoal. Alchemist's fire, fire elemental flask of oil. Potion of swimming, quipper scale, water elemental droplet. Vial of acid, grey ooze residue, and a crawler mucus. Just having a look around. Potion of fire breath would be cool too for to make for Illandir. But I wanted that to be a surprise. So Illandir, you don't know that.
Huh?
Exactly. Just keep being yourself, bro.
I was gonna say, he's still looking for the door to get in, isn't he?
Yeah, roll that roll that
Rolling
history
history
check
check.
for me, man.
Okay, I call one of those things that you wanted out of all that list that you just reeled off.
If you want, I can
Send me a
Alchemist
list.
fire,
Discord?
blasting
Yeah.
powder.
Yeah, send me a list.
Yep.
So I have some idea what the frick. Because it all just went zoom.
Yeah. It goes zoomed for me too, man, and I've got it sitting in front of me.
While Vernon is trying to think of his list of what he would like to buy, I'll ask the Illandir will go up and ask the Dragonborn, is there any magic stores nearby that sell more arcane items?
A magic store.
Magical items, something that may help a spellcaster with their spells or that kind of thing.
Let me think. And you see they're in deep thought trying to think of where one might be. I'm going to leave that there for a second. We'll go to Scratch.
So I've hung back, knowing that we're near the docks and knowing that sailors are usually good points of contact. I've wandered the docks and identified someone I can use as a criminal contact to send a message. So I've pulled out a piece of paper and written something down, folded it up, handed it to my criminal contact.
Okay, send me in a DM where you're sending that to,
Mm-hmm.
so I can figure out when he gets there. That's a hell of a shot.
After that, I'll wander back, quietly
Like-
wander into the store.
Yeah, I'm not expecting all this stuff to be available, so that's what I'm looking for. when I
So
browse
you're
through.
trying to make a smoke bomb?
Yep. So smoke bomb, alchemist's fire, blasting powder, potion of swimming, vial of acid, and potion of fire breath. They're the ones that I'm
Okay.
keen to look for.
So, okay. So, after thinking for a bit, there might be a magic store. The other side of the river, down towards where it leaves the city. But that was years ago that they were open that I know of. I haven't left here in quite some time.
It's funny you say that. I was speaking to a couple of people in the city that run taverns and run shops. They don't seem to leave their shops much. Is that something you guys not leave your workplace very much, or?
I am unable to easily move about these days. I cannot speak for the others.
Fair enough. Well, thank you anyway. They'll do walk back to the back entrance of the shop and back out of the road.
And as for you, young Goliath, of your list of stuff, and they reach down, pull out the stuff for making the smoke bomb. This is all I have in stock today.
Ah. Just what I've been looking for. How much does this cost?
For all of it, it will be 45 gold.
Vernon opens the pouch and counts out 45 gold pieces onto the counter.
There you go.
Thank you, Dragonborn.
You are most welcome. You see their hand come out and slowly pull their money towards them. Is there anything else?
Oh, that's all I need. Did anyone else need anything here?
I was wondering if perchance you had some colorants that can be used to change the color of one's hair for a time.
Oh, do you have a color in mind?
I was thinking possibly an auburn, a dark red color.
Yes, some peroxide.
No, I'm looking at making it darker, not lighter.
Let me think. You see them thinking for a couple of moments. And then you hear a scraping as a bottle goes flying into her hand. Where's his phone? I think this should do nicely for a coloring of hair. And you see her put down a jar of a brownish liquid inside of it.
Do you have more of this, or is this all you have?
I have some more. How much would you like?
Well, it does need to cover a fair amount of hair, and obviously I then start to run my fingers through my hair, which is quite long and quite thick, and I mean it's not a lot of hair for what a dragonborn, or obviously dragonborns don't have hair, but for a humanoid, it's a lot of hair.
Oh, I see. In that case, and you hear more scraping as a bigger jar appears. It's probably about a 2-liter bottle worth.
Hmm.
Do you think this would do?
That should do it, yes.
Is that all you require?
Do you have anything that might change the color of someone's eyes for a time?
Changing the color of someone's eyes. I've had some strange requests over the years, but that one is right up there. Let me see. You see her reach down and pull out like a carpet bag pretty much, and she opens it. There is actually no potion that changes color, is there, for D&D? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think the closest would be,
There's a spell that changes your eye color, I think, and that's about it.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'm going to homebrew it for this one. She pulls out a medium-sized vial. I had this long ago, and when consumed, it will change the color of something that you wish it to. I made it for an orc who wished to turn his tusks into a light green color for some reason.
Oh, he sounds like a hell of a guy.
A very strange one. He even showed up with them rainbow colored one day.
Was he a big guy?
Yes, was there a dragonborn with him?
No. This was long, long ago. Like 150 years, at least.
That's quite a while ago.
But I think this should do the job. If you wish to try it. And she measures out a small portion for you to try out.
And I take some and ask how exactly does it work?
Think when you consume it about what you want and what color you want it to be. That is all.
Okay, so I will then consume the liquid
Hmm.
that has a somewhat bitter taste and close my eyes. And then when I open my eyes again, they will be a brown color with some gold flecks through it.
Oh, Rhapsody, it works. And looking straight into your eyes, he's had to squat down quite low.
You're on your hands and knees.
Yeah. Your eyes are brown.
Show me. Let me see.
Look, Grung. And Venom moves out of the way.
Mm. Yes, you have eyes.
Sure, always had eyes, Grung.
Oh, oh.
My eyes before were an emerald green.
Oh. Magic is quite wondrous, isn't it?
Indeed. And how long will the change remain in place?
It should last until you sleep.
That sounds reasonable. That
Just don't
sounds
sleep,
quite good.
Rhapsody, and you'll be fine.
Just
Yes.
don't use it to try and change more than one of your features at a time. So if you were to try and change your eyes and hair with this, the results would be amusing and unhurtful for you, but let's just say it doesn't work out too well.
No. Well, with the colorant for my hair, I can use a potion for my eyes. And that should be suitable for what I require it for. And how much is this going to cost?
For both, it'll be 50 gold for the lot.
Vernon opens the gold pouch and counts out 50 gold.
Okay.
Do you notice how full the bag, how much is being emptied out?
That doesn't look like there's anything taken out of it, really.
Alright.
You didn't bother to count it, so I know how much is in there, but...
Mm-hmm. I knew this is... Yeah.
yeah. It's gone down very slightly.
Thank you, Vernon.
Oh, it's fine.
If that is all.
Yes, thank you for your time, Dragonborn.
From behind everyone, I'll just sort of put an arm up and say healing potion.
Ah, I can craft those for you, my friend.
Many healing potion.
Do you like an egg?
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, thank you.
I can
You
craft them
scratch.
far cheaper than we will find them in store.
But you can only make one per night, can't you?
We're going to have nights on a barge, Dylan. We'll have time.
Have
And the
supplies.
trip will take months, as was mentioned.
Very well.
If you are genuinely concerned, we can buy some now. I already have one in my inventory. Unfortunately, I've been broke since I made this one, so I haven't been able to craft anymore.
I
That's
also
fine.
have one.
If you say so.
So if that is all with you youngsters, use it best to be getting over to the magic shop before it gets too late.
Indeed. Thank you for your time. Vernon heads out the door.
Elindy's already at the door, so kind of opens it for everyone to come in and follows out afterwards.
The magic store, Ilandir. See if we can buy you a ring of focus or something.
Perhaps anything at this point. There seems to not be many shops around for spellcasters.
Does seem quite specialized, doesn't it?
Hmm. Well, let's go have a look.
Let's go. Start heading towards where the Dragonborn said, other side of the river.
Yep.
Looking around.
So it's about a 5-minute trip to get to where the Dragonborn pointed out. And it's a... You thought the old place looked old, this is even worse. It is mildewed and just... The doors are warped and closing in.
Can
Oh,
Can I roll an investigation check to see if this is actually a decrepit building or if it's just illusion to make it look
Go
decrepit?
for it. Just because I did it in my previous game as. I made the previous alchemy store a boat illusion that was sinking underwater.
With investigation, that's a dirty 20.
It's not an illusion.
Okay. I
Yeah,
would
I might like my.
going through here. It is fairly decrepit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
It
might
looks
like my
like it
illusion.
might break if a Goliath goes inside.
Elindy will go over and just kind of stand back and knock on the door and see if there's any answer.
The door creaks open a bit as you knock on it.
Hello? Anybody there? We were told perhaps this is a shop that sells magical items.
There's no
Vernon-
response at the moment, but you see
Vernon
a
walks
soft
up
light.
to the door.
Yep. There's no response, but there is a soft light glowing from the inside.
Ilandir, if this building collapses on me, go get the city watch. Vernon
Just
opens the door and
hold a second, Vernon. I have
God.
an idea. How big is this store? Like, how many feet towards can I see towards the back? Is it a deep store? Or is it?
The door's only just creaked open a little bit; it hasn't fully opened.
Yeah, I'll say it, Vernon. Before you go charging in, I have an idea to see whether this is a legitimate store of magical items or perhaps not. And I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, go for it.
So from right at the door frame, 30 feet around me, Detect Magic.
There is some magic. What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to see if there's actually anything, like if it actually is a shop of magical items or whether it's just empty and decrepit.
Well, there is magic essences detected from where you are. There is quite a few, so it is a magical store.
You wouldn't be able to detect anything specific
No.
because there's so many different around at the time. You can probably see also all of the schools of magic within there.
It was more, Ilandir not being sure if this was actually a store or whether this was like, with the Dragonborn saying it'd been many, many years, that it perhaps was just a rundown building that was abandoned. I'll turn to Vern and go, well, it seems there actually is magical items in there.
Those,
Well,
I'll
let's
let
see
you
if they
take the
sell
lead.
them.
It doesn't seem like any kind of
open.
magical shop I've seen before.
Vernon heads towards the soft light.
Melody is
Seen from
following
the door.
behind.
And Rhapsody will just say, "It sounds like somebody's judging a book by its cover."
What do we see near the soft light?
As you open the door, you see lined across one of the walls a number of bookshelves, and then a counter of display cases running in an L shape.
Hmm. Well, it looks like a store, Illinder.
Hmm.
Recognize
Good
any
job.
of these items?
I'll call out. Is there a shopkeeper in here as I walk towards the counter? Is anybody? Perhaps we can get some service?
Yes, what do you want? You see a little gnome coming from the back of the room.
Hello there. Wondering if we might be able to. We heard you might be a magical store. We just
Yes,
wanted to
yes,
come
yes,
see
yes.
and browse your
Magic,
wares.
magic, magic. Always with the magic.
I was wondering what you sold in here.
What I sold? What a curious question. I sell magic items. Yes.
Would you be able to show me some of the items? As I walk up to the counter and start trying to look and see if I can. What items he has in the display cases.
In the display cases, there is a number of scrolls. So I really don't know what else to put in a magic shop at this stage, because you can't afford most magic items. They're way outside your price range.
Even with Mr. Tight-Ass there having not spent anything yet.
Yeah, pretty much. Even scrolls are pushing some of it. What are you looking for at the moment?
I am just browsing magical items, like seeing if there's anything, perhaps a trinket or something that might help me with my casting abilities or.
At this point in level, no. You won't be able to afford any of that stuff.
What does this scroll do? Vernon's pointing down at one of the scrolls and display cabinet in front of him.
Oh, that one. Very special. Very special.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Very special. It does this, and you see him pull his hands out in a familiar thing to you. He pulls out it's a shield of faith. It's a DC to you. Armor.
Ooh. Yes. I don't know if that would be useful to you, Illinder.
How much would something like that cost?
Oh, for this one, it would be 150 gold.
Mm.
What
What about this scroll?
Remember, scroll one time only.
Ah.
So that scroll's now
Yeah.
useless since you used it.
I didn't use it.
Oh,
I know this spell.
he cast it like this. And Vernon casts shield.
Ah, yes, I see. You very good, very good.
Ah, thank you. It's very useful. At least for me.
And this one you're looking at. This one interesting more than fun. But, and you see him. I step over here for this one, and you see him step over to like the L shape, so he's got like a clear view down to the door. This one, it does this, and he does his hand gestures, and you see before you a large horse-like creature appear.
Ho 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 ho!
Well, that's
It's
interesting.
It's
You summoned
Phantom
him out.
Steed.
Nice. Oh, too bad we already have horses. Not so useful for you, Illinder.
Unfortunately not. What other scrolls do you have?
What are you looking for? Because otherwise I'm just going to pull out random shit.
Okay,
So-
I'm looking for something that can be used like a utility.
Don't forget, these are one-time use on scrolls only, so...
Yeah. As a sorcerer, you can't actually
Scribe them in.
transcribe into your.
I
book.
know.
You can only learn new ones as you get further on.
I know that.
So for 150,
So like
for,
anything like
basic
comprehend
scroll.
languages or something of a utility that could be handy in a niche situation.
Okay.
So not like I'm not looking for anything like damage related or anything. I'm looking for like hold on, we'll pull up a spell list.
Okay. I have this. This is many uses. And it's a scroll of ceremony.
What
Ooh,
does this do?
what is that?
It has many uses. Many uses.
And how much does it cost?
Oh, that's how much does it cost?
This one 150 as well.
And when you say many uses, what
It has
what
6
uses
different
or-
effects. It has 6 different effects it can do. Atonement, bless water, coming of age, dedication, funeral rite, or wedding.
Can I get a link or something? Because I don't know what this does.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Wedding.
Yeah, you can wed people with this spell.
Are you up to something with Rhapsody back there, Erlandir?
Why would you think that?
Oh,
They have to be
each
willing.
each to their own. Maybe it's Stuart Visok.
It's 2 willing creatures. You can't do it against somebody's will.
Oh, I bet Visok.
What is a wedding?
It is where
Oh.
two people promise to love and stay with each other, remain faithful.
You see the
It's supposed to be for the rest of their lives.
gnome stand up on the counter. Oh, you're a strange one. Haven't seen your kind for a long time.
I am Grung.
Yes, you are Grong. Me Vinek.
Vamek, you have seen my kind before.
Long ago. Long ago.
Oh, where?
Oh, they were to the east. Over in the swamps over there. But that
Yes.
was 100 odd years ago. They were fun to be with, Grongs.
Yes. We are fun. We were. Yes.
What do you think, Erlandir? Is this scroll useful to you?
Unfortunately, not. It's not something I think could be useful. I'll
Oh.
browse. Like, does he have like price tickets on any of the magical items he's got in the case or anything? Or
They're all-
150 gold.
Most of the other magic items are like 600-700 plus 800.
yeah,
I wonder if he's doing a Black Friday sale as well.
There is one more I just got the other day. Lets you know any language for an hour.
oh,
Damn, man. I'd wed Visok for +2 AC.
Is this at all I imagine as 2 Goliaths just skipping through a field holding hands?
Love is love, man.
yeah.
And you can only benefit from it again if you're widowed, so you have to kill somebody.
Well, I could kill Visok.
That's what we
wed
do.
someone else.
Wait, someone else.
2 AC?
Yes, this scroll. Learn, speak any language. Very handy. Very handy.
That seems like something that could come in handy at some point. Is that one 150
This
as well?
No, this one 200. This one a bit rarer. I haven't seen one of these for many years.
Well, you seem to have such a wonderful shop here, and you have such
Yes,
fine
yes,
wares.
yes, get to it. Get to it. I don't
Perhaps-
have all day.
Perhaps I can persuade you to give me a little bit of a discount on that to maybe,
Your
you
first
know,
time here, first time through.
yeah, first time buyer. Maybe
$195.
give me a reason to come back and maybe get some more when I have a bit more gold. You know, maybe-
But piqued your interest this place has. No, you'll come back by yourself willingly anyway. $195.
do we have alternative Isok? Have we still got money in the bag?
You just did a pred.
Oh, I did.
He said you to
Is it-
Visok, yeah.
Turn to Vernon.
Ah! Not just-
Illidy turns to Vernon.
Yes, on there.
Do we
They
still
all look
have
the same to me?
do we still have some coin in the bag?
Yes, there's quite a bit. I'm gonna pass the patch of coin to Illidy.
Illidy will go.
Okay.
I'll do that and hand out 195.
Thank you. And puts the money into a safe spot. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Yes,
Oh,
Wes?
Not for me.
I think that's all I need at least. How about anybody else? Does anyone else need anything?
No.
No, I don't think
So
so.
just out of curiosity, what magical, if we were to pull money, what magical items are in the store?
There's some rings and a cloak or two. That's the main. It's mostly jewelry and like cloaks. There's a couple of wands as well.
Do they have any like tickets to say what they are, or they just?
I haven't figured that part. I haven't figured that part out myself, so I didn't know you were going to a magic store today. So I haven't put. If you're gonna pull money together, once you figure out how much is in this bag, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, but perhaps we'll come back another time and see what other wares.
You got another. You have another day beforehand before you're leaving. So
Hmm.
Well, I'll tell the group. Or perhaps when the shopkeeper stocks his shelves, we'll come back and have a look and see.
stock my shelves. They're already stocked.
Well, I can't seem to know what they are, unfortunately.
Crazy half elves these days. Get out! Go! And you just see him. He just gives you a magical shove and starts pushing you towards the door. Get going!
Thank
Go!
you for your time, gnome.
Yes. Get out!
Vernon leaves at the door.
Alright, so do I
Comprehend
just add a
languages.
spell scroll level 1 or first level to my inventory, or?
I'll do it after in a bit.
Alright.
I'm guessing that's all for the moment for this day.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Yeah.
call it there. Go back, return back to the.
We'll call it there. Yep.
Return. But before we call
Return.
it, do we quickly check the bag and see how much gold's actually in the bag?
Oh my
Yeah,
god, man. You're so hung up on this bag of gold.
Or it's more I'll forget by next session. Because that's what happened. We've went like 4 sessions without divvying up some of the rest of the gold.
You'll
Yeah.
forget.
Plot twist. There is no gold inside of us.
I've been paying everyone with beans this whole time.
Okay. So when you get back to the inn, you just count out the gold. There is 1,810 left.
Oh,
Whoa!
And there
you were
was-
worried, sorcerer. I told you the bag was heavy.
There was 2,000. There was the 60. Hang on, 2,000. No. Hang on. Sorry. There was 300 gold each.
It was a big pouch.
So that's 1,800 gold. So sorry, there's less than that now.
It's still a big pouch.
Perhaps we should divide that and we'll take out the amounts that we've spent at different stores and make sure everyone gets an equal share.
Why are you so desperate on dividing this gold, Illidir? It's for our group to prepare for the trip.
Honestly, out of character, I'm just trying to put it on someone's character sheet. I don't care who at this point. Just so we don't forget we got it.
You just keep it. You keep the gold.
So there's
It's all in one
1,510 gold left in that bag. If someone wants to keep track of how much it is in one go.
So, well, sorry, 1510.
10.
Do the deal.
I will
in the
say,
bag.
begrudgingly take and go. I will look after it for the group to make sure we all get an equal share out of the bag.
Or if you want to buy, you can go
Oh.
back and buy a magic item next day
Or use it for something for the group.
for something big. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we keep it's 25 gold for me to craft a potion of healing. So any leftovers each night, I can craft one of those for us.
Sounds good.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
Or that we'll call it with you sitting in the inn having just counted up how much gold the bag had.
Sorry, I know that if we had done that, it would have got forgotten, and we're trying to figure out later how much we spent, and
Yep.
I wanted to get that at least squared away so we didn't, sit there. How much is in the bag again?
Yeah.
Just keep spending it till we can't spend it anymore.
But for you to keep track of, not me though.
Exactly.
That's what I
Tab
mean.
will forget, and we can just keep buying stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bottomless bag.
It's just gold keeps on appearing.
Oh.
All right. Well, yeah, that was a good little session, guys. Some good little sessions. What? Nearly 4 hours.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be quite that long. Dang, I had to do a crazy gnome.
As soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh god, here we go.
Oh, come on, I haven't done a crazy merchants for quite some time. Or
And I'm like-
eccentric, I think is more the proper word for it.
I like the gnome.
It's like, I knew I wouldn't get
Yeah.
anything from their store, but Ilindi wanted to go to a magic shop
Yeah.
because Ilindi didn't know what the value of items were in this town.
It made me think of Yoda being crazy in episode 5.
Yep. Alright, well, thanks everyone for watching tonight. Thanks everyone for being here. You guys are awesome as always. Thanks heaps Dice Wranglers for that raid earlier. And Law led up. Holy crap. I had that turned up, and that was just like boom. It's thank you for that follow, Lord Leo Laps and Lay Laps and Dice Wranglers for that raid. Really appreciate it. Thank you for dropping in, and thanks Ghost Swarm for hanging out most of the Swarm and most of the stream. God. And yeah, thanks everyone for being here tonight. It's been a good night and good session. We're back again next week for the continuation. See what happens next. And this will be up on YouTube hopefully by the end of the weekend. So should be some fun, guys. Have a great evening, morning, whatever it is for you guys. And from all of us here, have a great evening, whatever. Bye.
See you.